open up by saying, "Fuck third parties."
Shut up, dog.
Exactly.
Don't be
Exactly.
rude,
That,
Mike.
That's how
Don't
you
be
know
rude
this
to
is
Mike.
random talk.
I can't come
That's how
back and
you know
I
this
cannot
is
come back
random
and
talk.
relax. I can't do it at all, these guys. Anyway,
It never
what is
ends.
up?
So
I know.
rude.
What is up, YouTube? This is your boy, like a one half and duo, and this is the Random Talks 14. As Doc basically started the whole thing off being random anyway, but it's the Random Talks episode 14, and I want to I'm gonna introduce my guest. Of course, I'm back. It's been a while since I did a podcast. I've been out of the country, but first, I want to thank everybody out there who give condolences to my family for what happened. That's the reason why I left the country for. So thank you all. I appreciate it. In life is what it is. But we moved on. But I enjoyed it. I ain't been home in about 10 years, so it was kind of a bad situation to go home to. But meet friends, eat good food, enjoy it. Most of y'all, if you basically follow Enduo on Google Plus, I put up pictures of my home, and I put one of the videos I have, which is my real game, real life outside of game, whatever. I was at the beach, and you saw the beach, you saw the island, you saw cool things. So other than that, yep. And then for the people out there who didn't get in the first wave, I'm sorry. These bastards jumped at the damn link quick as hell. So I sent out to the game idea guy. I sent out to Anderson. I sent out to a lot of people. So it got filled up quick, man.
Sorry, Andre.
Nah, so Andre, yeah, you gotta do. And timeout is on this one, so you can't do the bushes thing now. You gotta, you gotta wait in the bushes for one jump out.
Hey, come out in the bushes, man.
I think I see him over there.
I know, right? So right now, like I said, it's been back. It's been back for. It's been a long time, but anyway, I'm back. I'm back. So let me introduce these cast once again. So I'll quickly go through this right here. We have Triple M. What's going on, Triple?
Hey, I'm actually in front of the bushes for once.
Of course. Then we have. Of course I have Sprite Remix, the new name. What's going on, Sprite?
Oh, none. Hooked on this Pokemon Go. Let's go.
All right. Then we have, of course, the reputable Mr. Red Fox. What's going on, Red?
How's it going? There might be a little bit of busting going on in this cast, but it won't be on purpose.
All right. Then, of course, we have Dr. Fields. What's going on, Doc?
What's
Oh,
going
now
on? Splatoon,
okay.
bitches.
Okay, I'm gonna say, 'cause I know you. I was gonna say you started the whole thing with your shit, and then you whatever.
Disappeared.
I know, right? Then we have Double M. What's going on, Double M?
Yo, what's up? I just want to say that today, nothing's gonna be on mute. Shots will shoot, and we're about to squeeze some juicy fruit.
Okay, and then
Oh, and also,
Awesome.
now that the podcast is started, like I'm gonna take this time to say I will be right back in about 10 minutes as I go and get some chicken and chips. Man's hungry.
go ahead. You better keep your damn link open, because people think the friggin'.
I ain't leaving this chat, fam. I ain't leaving.
I hear you. All right, and of course we have Big Will. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Seven out a whole lot, man. Let's go. Do this.
All right. And of course we have Kanoshi Bamanito. What's going on, Kanoshi?
No shit about Manito, and don't eat juicy fruit for it'll destroy your gums. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, we're supposed to wait. Damn it.
And of course, I know, right? Of course, we have the man who started the whole trend over there. Timeout corner. What's going on, man? You in the bushes this time, and you in the house.
You know. Hey, the power corner? No, I'm just having a good time, man.
Of course,
Trying to jump
man.
to the podcast.
What did you say it was? 90 what is
90
you call
degrees
it?
of geek. 90 degrees of geek.
90 degrees of geek. And of course, you got to watch out for Timeout Radio, because lately he's been on fire now with the Timeout Radio stuff.
Yeah, I changed it up a little bit.
Hey,
Got talk radio. Got talk radio.
Hey, it's a good format, man. And of course, we have
You
a
know,
new person. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was just about to say 802.L. That's all I got to say. Tune in.
I know, right? I saw the last one you did, that one on IGN. That was crazy. That guy, and whew, wow.
That was
And
a
of course,
that one done. Yeah, go ahead.
and of course, we have last but not least a new person. I hope you know, just like Big Will. I hope you guys can join in anytime you can. But you can see how quickly this thing fills up. We have Etosis. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Just the first time and ready to let people know what I think.
All right. So,
And praying I don't get stung by wasps.
well, let's hope not, man. All right, like I said, I've been out for a month. E3 already done passed on. Everybody done rant, rave, talk that crap, do all they gotta do. I didn't because at the point, technically speaking, I did just didn't care. I wanted to see what's games, and all three companies showed something that was interesting that I would like. Some of my stuff that I thought was gonna happen did happen because nobody as Red and me we talk all the time Scalebound and basically how the Xbox division is going, but nobody want to listen. They don't want to listen to common sense. They just want to listen to other people. So hey, go right ahead.
I have something to say about Scalebound. Look, Microsoft, I know you're an evil American company, but that was not cool. You guys holding Hideki Kamiya's cat hostage to get him out on that stage. That man looked like read the cue card or the cat gets it. That was sad. Y'all need your ass beat. That man looked like he was held hostage.
Man, the dude looked like he was sucking a lemon. The dude looked like he was sucking a lemon.
He looked mad. He looked like literally. And Hideki Kamiya, if you've ever seen pictures of him like when he was younger, he looked like one of those Yakuza wannabe punks from like the 80s in Japan.
Oh my gosh!
Like you know, like he might have to get you behind, you know, if you need to. Now his hair started thinning, so he cut it down, but he still looks like a dude might get your behind if he needs to. So I don't know what they did to that man, but it's not cool, man. It's not
the
cool.
kind of person that if you close, the kind of person you know the mirror's on the back of the door, you don't notice him one second, you close the door and he's right behind.
Yep.
Basically.
Hey, okay, we gonna continue. I just gotta
heard from him again.
I gotta give a shout out. I gotta give a shout out to the Game Idea guy, cause he didn't post it up. Yeah, man, I'm looking at the bushes like time out corner. I tell you, time out. You coined that phrase, man, and looking in the bushes. But yeah.
All I can say is to you, Liga. We got two links on the opposite side here, and most of us are really salty that you get to play something before we were even gotten shown at E3.
Well, again, spend about 15
It's okay.
years.
I'm patient.
Spend about 15 years, build a company, get to the right people, and you might get lucky to get in there. That's all I can tell you. There's no secret sauce to my success, dude, other than working hard and got lucky. That was it.
Lucky bastard.
Or go master a disguise
can enjoy
and get in the
this
building.
I know, right? Like, remember you said, Red? You too.
You too can enjoy this if you work hard and build connections.
I know, right? I know. But no, I feel the Hideki thing, because that's not his style of doing things. That was kind of weird looking at him, his face and stuff. Like, wow. Yeah. You see what he did when he was doing, when he talk about Bayonetta 2 or when he was with Iwata, you see he's like, he was
lighting up. He was bright.
Yeah, he looked happy, but I mean,
he actually looked like he looked like he wanted to actually be there in Microsoft, in which he looks out as quick as possible.
Well, I guess he saw what happened.
As soon as Scalebound, I won't be surprised.
Well, I guess he saw what happened to Lionhead and the studio behind Two Brothers and the Lost Winds games.
Oh God!
And, he's like, look, we need to finish this game and get as far away because these people are like poison. You deal with them once, your studio goes down the tubes.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. We had that, and then again, it's just as Triple M brought up. Like I said, the talk of the town was Breath of the Wild. Everybody was talking about it. I mean, I know you guys put your 2 cents on it. I've seen a couple of y'all videos and talk about it. I'm just like I said.
I wish I could talk.
Huh?
Oh, it's okay. Sorry.
No,
since I'm new, I was gonna say you want to hear what I think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, Well, I would say, yeah. Go ahead. You know what? Get your thoughts about it. I'll give a couple of people. Cause I know not a lot of people don't have their challenge. So, what do you think about it, Ecosis? And then after that, I'll ask you, Big Will, what do you think of Breath of the Wild? Because like I said, I know you don't have a channel, nothing. Or
Oh,
anything
dang
y'all
it, we
thought.
lost it. We lost it, Tosis. Who's coming up next?
He had a question. Let's give him like five. Let's give him like a few moments, and if he pops
Well,
up,
we can't do that because the link's already out there to so many people. I'm sorry. If somebody jumps in, it's over.
What are you guys
Oh,
laughing
man. You snooze, you lose.
Because when I set out the first wave, Kadoshi, it was about 15 people. So if you drop out, somebody else is gonna drop in.
sorry, bro. I guess you'll have to get. I guess you'll have to get in on the next one.
Yeah, cause that's what timeout. That's what timeout did. When we did a podcast about something else, timeout had to take an L because he tried to jump in and he didn't jump in time, so he get filled out. So that's what I'm saying that. But you know, that's what I'm laughing at.
You know, all I can say is, on my end, I hope the electric company does not shut me down.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, you better take out. Since you don't use a real sword, you better take out a machete you got on your back and use that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll keep it going. Big Will, since he dropped out, I'm sorry. Because that's how things work, man. I'm sorry about that. I'll do a one-on-one with you or something else later on. Not today, but you know, without curses. But Big Will, what about you? What do you think about Breath of the Wild? What's your opinions on it?
My opinions on Breath of the Wild is I've waited for about 2 years to play this game. I'm already waiting. I wait until next holiday season for them to bring them up. As long as I can get it. As long as I can get it and play it.
Got you. But I mean, what do you think about it? The more open worldness, the more stuff Link could do now. You know, it's not stagnant. It's not. I would say not stagnant. Like not linear as much as people thought it would have been.
Right. I do like the fact that you can the picking up weapons, because I did like Darksiders too, and I think that I'm pretty sure they definitely probably borrowed that from some, you know, just the picking up the different weapons from the enemies. I think that's good, because I've always wanted to use more like weapons just besides the sword, the bow, and the slingshot and stuff. Which I hope the slingshot is in the game, because I actually like the slingshot.
All right. That's cool. Ronnie Takashi, your mic's working?
Yep.
Okay, now I'm making sure because normally I don't hear the cuckoos in the background. I ain't hearing nothing. So I'm just making sure. I don't know if you said it. Did you say anything about Breath of the Wild? I mean, that you wanted to speak about? Cause like I said, I didn't watch everybody's podcast. I know I've seen what Red said. I know it was Doc and his OGL cast, and maybe I didn't catch on to that. But
That game is gonna transcend history, and this
You know-
tale will be a.
sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. I was gonna do a Soul Calibur intro thing, but
Yeah, I was about to say, if we had the Soul Calibur intro where, like, the lady tells you, or the dude, this tale is a tale of ages that transcends time, like, that would be totally fitting with how that game is. But my only question about Breath of the Wild is this. Why does anyone care? Nintendo's an irrelevant company. Sit down. I mean, let's go look at that new Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Oh man, you gotta be like that. Time my corner. What about you? I know for sure you didn't say nothing about it. So what about you, man? What do you think about Breath of the Wild?
I like it. Main reason is because, once again, Nintendo decides to do something that they haven't really done with one of their franchises and take it another route. I mean, of course, I haven't really played the first Zelda, but currently a lot of people say that, you know, it's open for pretty much, but and beat new to haven't, you know, grab themselves by the balls and say, fuck, let's go for it, and they just went for it with this game. So I like that they once again take it to a new level with one of their own games.
All right.
They don't just do the same old like, you know, everybody said they do, but we all know that's not the case.
Yeah, sorry, he told Siska he just put it up. What happened, dude? Yeah, I mean, that's what I tried to tell you in the beginning. Yes, somehow you must have lost connection. And but the problem is, I send out 450 links, so anybody who jumped out and they notice that you're out, they sneak the frick in. I apologize for that, man. Next time, I know I wanted to hear what you have to say, but yeah, I feel for you, bro. Cause I can't even see somebody else drop out because they still have Andre, Anderson, and everybody else who like I'm jumping too. So, well, for me, like I said, Breath of the Wild, I'm happy that now people get to see it and not being like the only, one of the only. Nice, I'm not the only person, but the few people to get to experience the game back in September and enjoy what the game was about. I got to play more than the 2%, but I still never played the story to figure out what the story was all about. I like I said, the aspects of the game that you could go any place. Like I said, Inuma basically said he took Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword and combined them to make this game. That was his inspiration to make that game because there was some stuff in Twilight Princess that he couldn't do. He did in Skyward Sword and certain stuff in Skyward Sword that he tried to stay away from because he didn't want it to feel repetitive. And then he combined that, and this is what you got right here. You got the art style, you got the weapon choices, you got the RPG mechanic from Skyward Sword, you got the vastness from Twilight Princess, and of course the first one being that it's open and no hand holding is there. I can't say nothing to that degree because I think still there's a lot of people who still buy Wii U that Nintendo's gonna sit and hold hands somewhere.
Hold on, you mean Anuma didn't really took inspiration from Skyrim or those other games?
Hey, and that's what I'm talking from when he said on Famitsu. So whatever y'all want to go ahead. I go from the real from at least a company that keeps their translation right.
Oh yeah,
so,
from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. So I ain't gotta worry about that. But no, I mean I could see that some of his developers maybe got an inspiration and put some ideas in there because it was a good amount of team when I was over there working on Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, about 300 walkers on that thing at its peak.
Well, I didn't see 300 people you're right, at its peak, so I wasn't over there when it was at its peak, so I can't say to that effect. I do know like people saying they did borrow some people from Monolith Soft to do some of the stuff in the game. For what? Maybe I can't say because I don't know.
If they're helping with the open world, then this. I mean, if they got people from Monolith Soft to help with the open world and the RPG-ness, I don't know how to say it, but the RPG-ness of this game, then it's in good hands. And so, I mean, this has the potential to be perhaps the greatest 3D Legend of Zelda game ever, thus far.
Yeah.
Chance to be the best open game.
Well, you're right. We'll see. Like I said, it all comes out to what happens when time comes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, preference.
Yeah. No, I don't think preference because we already know the Zelda effect is already already.
Well, the last one was Skyward Sword, and people poo-poo on that game. So I think this one will be the one.
But there are people now who are saying that game had good mechanics and this. I'm like, why every Zelda game that previous come out get the good and the bash and they come back on the next? Oh, it was a good game. Why?
I think that's like that for every Nintendo IP. It's always
no.
I say that because when 3D World came out, there was people. Oh man, Galaxy 1, no, Sunshine was so much better.
No. This is what I meant by that. When the game comes out for Zelda, it gets praised at the beginning, then like a couple months after, see Mario 3D World, the negative happened before. Then people play the game and they enjoy it. Zelda is different. Zelda comes out, it gets good scores, and people are like, that was not the best Zelda. The other Zelda before that was whatever. Then the next Zelda comes out, they say, that game was pretty good. I like that game. I'm like, what? Because remember, Majora's Mask sold more than 3DS than it sold back in the original NES on N64. And everyone was like, that was a crappy game. I like the hated the game mechanics and what happened.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about that's the thing that kind of gets me with Zelda fans is that I mean each Zelda has its own strengths and weaknesses, right? Like they all have their awesomeness and their not so awesomeness. Except for Link to the Past. That game was just freaking awesome. But
Whoa.
we're getting feedback. Okay, who has the YouTube?
Somebody has YouTube.
Time out.
Okay. Yeah, that was it. So basically, like the first Legend of Zelda game, everyone's like, well, that was technically the first open world game on a console. Like, and it was relatively open world. I mean, you could go anywhere, you do anything. But I mean, Anuma himself said, yeah, we were kind of inspired by that title. But here's the thing. Here's what people forget about the original Legend of Zelda. There was a reason the dungeons were numbered. There was a reason that things were kind of set up in a way to kind of guide you to go to certain areas. Because, yeah, you could go anywhere, but if you didn't have the right equipment, didn't have enough heart pieces, didn't have the right weapons, you would go and face enemies that were way more powerful than you were prepared to fight, and they would kick your ass. So, yeah, there's a reason that there was kind of a, even though it wasn't as hand-holdy as later Zeldas, there was still kind of a path there. The second Legend of Zelda was very RPG-esque. You had experience points, you leveled up, but it also was actiony because you could run around, run and jump. So really, you could say that Breath of the Wild is more, instead of being more like Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, it feels more like kind of a fusion of the original Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2, but brought with modern, but created under modern technology, which is still pretty awesome. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see what, like I said, we're gonna see what happens to it. Everybody, I mean, most people are excited. Zelda was the talk of the town, even though it was, like I said, if you want a true acclimate, because I'm not gonna dwell on that, like I said, what it is. If you want a true acclimate of what happened at E3, I recommend to you the Escapist Yahtzee. He did a review of E3, and I think it's very funny. Go check it out.
Yeah, in 6 minutes, he basically lays out what E3 was.
Yep. So, and then again, sorry, go ahead.
Something I wanted to mention about Breath of the Wild. There was a part where one of the treehouse were actually demoing the game. I think it was either Eric or Eddie. It's either one of them. They were trying to blow up something, and they basically blew themselves up. And they pretty much ragdolled all the way to the bottom of an edge or a slope. But I've been looking at that. I've been looking at the treehouse for so many times, and only recently I noticed. Hey, wait a minute! You mean even when Link tumbles down on a slope, he still gets hurt, losing hearts? I'm like, ooh, well, people have to be really careful what they're going to do on slopes.
Okay.
But once you get that gliding thing, I'm guessing falling wouldn't be as dangerous a experience.
If they could recover from a mid fall.
Well, I mean,
always been a way to roll out of it, you know.
One question, Triple M.
Yes.
Since you've seen a lot of the treehouse footage of Breath of the Wild, did you start dreaming about playing the game?
Chap, you have no freaking idea. I thought I was actually in the wilderness myself.
And I hate it when that happens, when you want something so bad and you start dreaming about it, and then, oh, I got it, and then when you wake up, it's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, like I said, yeah, as these guys just talked about it, yeah, check out that video I talked about, the Escapist Yahtzee, and he reviewed a pretty good video about that. So I'll move on to our next topic right now, which is, I mean, I'll give it to Big Will and Sprite because those guys are Pokemon fans, and I would say Triple M too, but I don't know who we got, but and Bronny Takashi, but. Sprite, you say you got the game. What is Pokemon Go?
Snap, Sprite, unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yeah.
Alright, last thing about Zelda is
I
basically
didn't say
like.
Zelda. You ain't listening. You ain't even damn
Oh,
well
I'm sorry.
listening. I said Pokemon Go.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm currently doing while I was muted too.
Exactly. That's where your ass. I should boot your ass up. Somebody else.
Okay, if we're talking about Pokemon Go, please retract me from that, because I am not on that. I'm a Pokemon fan, but not on that.
I hear you. Okay, but again, Sprite, go ahead. Pokemon Go.
So far it's pretty good. I had a little glitch this morning, but I mean, it only happened like one time. Like, it happened where like I caught Rattata this morning, and the Pokeball would just stay on the screen. I had to like manually end the app. But I mean, so far it's pretty cool app. I mean, there's no replacement for the mainline Pokemon games, but it's pretty good. I like the augmented reality. Ooh, there goes a pigeon.
Oh Lord, you crackhead.
Hey man, it's no replacement of
His
Mario
main
Maker.
choice.
That's what I'm saying. I know. That's why I say that. Like I said, I know, like I said.
But then, here's the thing, Sprite. What about the whole the battling mechanics with the gym leaders? Because I've heard it's not so well implemented.
You have to get to level 5 to start battling gym leaders. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm only at level 2, so I haven't been. I only played maybe like an hour max of this app.
Oh.
You know, I would do that app if I had a smartphone. BlackBerry.
Okay. Now I'm just asking. What about you, Big Will? You touched it? You touched this yet or not?
Playing around with it a little bit. They said they actually use like real world areas or locations like in your neighborhood for actual like Pokestops and stuff like that, gym battles. So yeah, so you actually have to go to these places and like fire up the app, and then it seems interesting. I'm gonna have to log some some walking time with it. Right, some walking time, walk around the neighborhood for a little bit to get a little more in depth. But for right now, it's pretty decent,
Okay.
But we'll
I know
see.
you. Like I said, I know you were one of the Pokemon fans, so that's why I was asking the question. Just get a general feel. That's all. Because like I said, people out there, again, I mean, not to say what Triple M said, but I like certain people. I don't have a disdain for even if the game doesn't come to my console of choice or the game does something different or whatever. I don't understand why should I go shit on somebody else's happiness. I never understand that thing. So if you're a fan and it comes on mobile and you're gonna enjoy it, hey, I just want to know what aspects of it is. Not saying it might not be my cup of tea, but I still want to know, hey, what the game's about, what the mechanics is about, whatever. Cause you never know. You never know.
Like what you have to understand is you're not a bitch. They is.
Well, you and Doc gotta be like the jeez.
Go on, Red.
Well, what I was just going to say is this. Pokemon Go, and this is just my supposition, but from what I've seen from it, where basically, like, you can earn Pokebucks by walking around and catching Pokemon and doing stuff like that. I think that this might be like the little device you can buy for like $39. To kind of help you get items and stuff. I think that like this might be an extension of Nintendo's QOL. Like it's an app and a game, but it's also kind of tricking you into doing healthy stuff.
Like actually going out there and enjoying the real world and not staying inside complaining about video games.
Yeah, making basic things that you should be doing to be healthy into something fun, so you don't think of it as exercise, but really it is. I think that could be kind of like a testing stage of what they want to do with QOL. So
it will make a lot of sense.
Well,
but that's just me. I don't know anything about business, even though I own one.
Well, here's the thing, and this is an extension of what Red was saying, but I was listening to IGN's Nintendo voice chat,
Mhm.
and while they were talking about Pokemon Go, there was something very interesting that they said that this application that actually does. It actually, well, not really force you, but it more like guides you to some certain places, or should I say, some landmarks. Even even some landmarks that you think didn't have any special meaning, but they do give out a certain background or history of what that place was, or what it currently has, or what it currently has become. And I'm like, you know what? That is actually, you sneaky bastard. You actually put in in, um information of landscapes
That's when you make me learn something.
to the people that lives there that didn't even know about.
Yeah, I mean, but Nintendo's always kind of been very surreptitious with a lot of how they get stuff. Like how in Japan with the 3DS they have like the swap pass. That was to get people to take their 3DSs out and meet people, because that social aspect has always, like, Nintendo's always tried to bring people together. And this isn't just like everyone's like, well, that's a good thing. It's also just part of like just a business thing. It's a business thing. You want to get people involved. You want to get the people who are into your product to meet other people, and to therefore word of mouth type thing.
Now, speaking about the whole social aspect, I've heard some complaints saying that they can't use this application in conjunction with social sites. If you're taking pictures and actually post it on one of those social sites.
Well, you gotta take in mind today that kids very young kids have smartphones. Like kids that are less than 10 years old have smartphones. So they're probably that's probably just their way of like avoiding or providing some kind of protection against things like that. If they can keep it within the actual confines of the app itself, then they can control it better.
Yeah. Although since this was a testing phase, they said that since this is a testing phase, that they would probably think that that would put that in the future when it's actually officially released. But hey, who knows? This is Nintendo we're talking about, but also Niantic.
I got you. Well, right now it's kind of funny because I'm watching an article right here, which is I gotta give it to gamers. It's funny that sometimes the negativity is there, but their hopes it's like the negativity is at one extreme and their hopes at another extreme. It can't be in the middle. People are still talking about the Dreamcast 2. I'm like,
yeah, that was never gonna happen. I don't even know why. I mean, I don't know. Like, and here's the sad thing about the Dreamcast 2. The Dreamcast 2 could have happened, but because you had a lot of fanboys and people who didn't know anything about business at the helm of it, like they added all these unrealistic expectations about what it. Because Sega has been pretty good about licensing out their technology and IPs to other people to make those all-in-one Master System or Genesis things where you get like 56 Genesis games on a internal console type thing. Plus, you can use your own Genesis cartridges and plug it into your TV and play those games. They're good about that, and so the Dreamcast 2 could have happened if people had realistic expectations, but because certain people involved with the project were just like, well, it's going to have this, it's going to have that, and AAA games are going to come to it from other systems. It was like, dude, you're reaching too high. you're reaching too high, my friend.
Got you.
So basically, you're saying that Sega didn't stay in their lane.
Well, I mean, had they just asked for basically a modern version of a Dreamcast, maybe with 720p, HD output, HDMI, maybe AV components,
Yeah,
not even upscale, like just basic, and maybe you can use, maybe it has, maybe you can hook it up to your internet, or it has Wi-Fi so that you can play, you can purchase and play those downloadable, because people are still making games for the Dreamcast even now.
But here's the thing though. You have to have it to be optical because you to play those old Dreamcast games because most of those games are licensed limbos and you're not gonna get them.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I was gonna say is people like in the homebrew community are still making games for the Dreamcast. Plus, as long as you have it so that it could run optical discs, which is what the Dreamcast used.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then you original game. Then you got the games. You got to go find them, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, plus Sega had a decent library of games themselves that they could have said, hey, you can have this really dense disc that has like 20 of them, and it's like $60, but you get 20 games on it, or 10 or something like that. I mean, that would have really helped sell it, but people were asking for too much. They were like, well, we're going to get Battlefield and like AAA games from current gen on it. I'm like, no, that ain't going to happen.
Damn.
Sega fanboys killed the Dreamcast too.
Oh gosh, he's right. He's actually right.
Sega
Was there really a dream? Was there really a Dreamcast 2 in the works?
People they actually had hardware people who actually have made consoles, like stuff like a RetroKin and HyperKin, stuff like that. They had people on board who were going to help them do it, and then like 2 people who actually knew what the fuck they were talking about, and then a whole bunch of Sega fanboys got on board. And
Sega came back into the race. Was going to come back into the race.
Not Sega.
Not Sega. It was going to be like Indiegogo type thing, where they were going to make a console, a Dreamcast 2, that was going to be like a,
Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Like, is Mike, you could see the screen?
Yeah, it was going to be.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it was.
That's what it would look like, yeah.
Yeah, it was going to be like it would have basically been like a up-resed. It would have been like the Wii U to. It would have been like the Wii to GameCube, the GameCube to Wii Jump, where it's like this is basically like a Super GameCube, but like for the Dreamcast. So it would have been like, except with HD. No, we can't hear you, Dr. Feelgood.
I wonder what
happened.
Huh?
Then what happened?
No, they very was saying they bought off more than they could chew. That's basically the simple reason.
Oh man, that's what it's gonna do.
What were they trying to do?
Were you not listening? What is wrong with people?
I'm listening, but I've been confused under the mysticism of it all.
Red just explained the whole story.
He just explained everything.
Yeah, and it was.
I'm doing.
And it was all under the mysticism.
And
plus some foods as well.
Well, I mean, like here's the thing. Like, had they kept their expectations lower, they would have been able to create a Dreamcast 2, and gamers because here's the thing. There's most people aren't even aware of because in some ways the Dreamcast is like the lost 6th gen system. Because the GameCube had a full life cycle, the PlayStation had a long ass life cycle. The Dreamcast had 2 or 3 years tops.
Yeah. Of peaking, yeah. Of peak, I would say, yeah. It kept on going for a while because Capcom vs. SNK2 came the 4th, 5th year.
But then they started. But Capcom started porting all that stuff over to the PS2, and in some cases, a lot of those games to the GameCube. So it was like.
Yeah. It was on the wall.
Yeah, like I said, the Dreamcast was a good system. It was a good step in the right direction, but Sega made 3 critical mistakes with just the Dreamcast. I'm not even talking about the mess-ups with the multiple consoles and all that stuff. First of all, they went with a Windows OS for the system, which made piracy really easy for the Dreamcast.
You literally just have to burn the disc.
Yeah. 2.
I'll show that. If we go on there, because you check out my little video I did before I left to go home. I showed you how Capcom vs. SNK2, how I got it was $10, just a regular disc somebody burned, and I got it for $10. Now, of course, I'm a respectable person. I bought, even though they came to America, I bought the Japanese version of the game so they could get their money. But I'm not that kind of, but back when I was a broke college student, Yeah, I'll pay the $10 though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Dreamcast 2 would have been awesome. It would have been, it would have, well, I was talking about what they messed up. The second thing was Sega, Sega got too much in bed with certain third parties that basically screwed them over. Well, I was about to get to the third one. The third one is, and that leads to the third problem, they basically started handicapping their own IPs to serve third parties, which was dumb. When you start handicapping your own IPs to serve third parties, I mean, Microsoft did it, because remember, people forget when Windows had their own sports division. People forget that shit. Like sports games, like they had like I want to say like their own basketball game and like some Olympic game or something, but they had their own stuff, and it was headed by Peter Moore before he went on and did some other stuff. And
Well, he decided to deal with the devil, basically.
yeah, and Sega did the same thing. Oh, well, you know, EA says they won't support our console if we keep on having Sega Sports. Never mind that Sega Sports games were better than anything EA had fucking put out on their system. But they were like, no, we need their support.
Yeah, I can see that. It is just crazy. So, yeah, and I would say that's just like I said. They wanted to do it because Jay of Giving the Laws had this talk about it. But I was saying you're not gonna get this digital copy of most of these games, or whatever. And if you try to do a homebrew stuff like Red was saying, I mean, you open up yourself to get hacked so easy and mess up some of your gaming still. So I wouldn't do that. So we best to just have a Dreamcast that could have some connectivity, but at least have an Octopus Drive to play the old games. All you had to do is go find the old games, kind of like a Retron 5. You had to go and find the cartridges to play them. You're not using ROMs or nothing to do it. You have to find the actual cartridge to play the games. That would have worked, but they wanted to play new games now and all kind of crazy stuff. I'm like, yeah, go right ahead, try that. You think that? I mean, it takes billions of dollars to do. Well, I won't say billions. My mistake. It takes hundreds of millions of dollars to do R&R for developing a console, and they were nowhere close to that money to do that kind of stuff.
R&D.
Billions.
Yeah, R&D. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it takes billions to do. It takes billions to get the R&D up for a console to be created, and that's just when you get the console off the ground. Then you have to spend millions every year R&Ding how to perfect the technology that you've the platform to perfect. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to do, or you could do what Sony and Microsoft did and just go with a micro PC build and tell people it's top of the line and they'll buy it. So who's got a Slurpee?
Oh, sorry, that was my Kinder milkshake.
Oh, okay.
All right, then let me get into some other stuff.
So good as well. I want another one, but the shop's closed now.
I got you. So we're going to next another topic right there. So I have I would say Doc. I'm gonna basically shameless plug, which will be for Dr. Feelgood. Cause he has a podcast coming 21st of this month. Yeah, Splatfest. Right now, basically at this point right now, is a concert going on in Japan for Kylie and Marie doing their next concert. So Splatoon has become a big thing for Nintendo. They found something that they knocked out of the park with this one, and people love it. And now they're putting the ultimate test of Kylie or Marie for the last Splatfest, July 22nd.
You know what the joke about Splatoon is? Splatoon wasn't even developed by the A-Team. They were developed by a new team, a young team, a somewhat inexperienced team. And look what they created.
Well,
knocked out the park.
Normally I would agree with you, except there's one thing. Well, the one thing is this. When you're talking about Nintendo first-party studios, there is no, A team, B team. They're all, It's more or less.
I'll be honest.
They're all at the top of their
I
game.
doubt the guys who made Splatoon could automatically jump on a Legend of Zelda right now. That would take some training.
Yeah, but those are two different teams. Normally they do what do they normally do? Animal Crossing.
I think one.
The point I'm making is that even Nintendo's C team could make a masterpiece.
All right. Now you're just being a jerk and pausing words.
There will always be stages. You always like. I mean, let's just not even say A. Let's not even add BC. You have F star. Those are like Miyamoto's, your Numas, them people. Then you have S rank, which is like which is like just the people. Which studio can I think of that is This is like studios like this is like I can't even think of what studios to use.
Which one? Intelligent Systems? Game Freak?
Intelligent Systems is a good idea, yeah. But I don't know if I'll put them in the S star or S rank. Because Intelligent Systems has been going on for a hot minute still. Let's say like Retro Studios. Retro Studios is in the S rank. Like, And then you've just got the A rank, which is like the new guys. They're being trained up and stuff. And that's like the team that made Splatoon. So we're not even talking about the S star rank team. And they created a masterpiece, fam. That just shows you the type of talent that is at Nintendo, fam. Just imagine when they get to S star rank level, what they'll be creating.
Well, hell, like I said, remember, there's just a few people over 5,000 working at Nintendo, and they're to get into that. Basically, to get into the elite club, you gotta have good, on your A game.
You gotta have the skills. But here's the irony. A lot of the people at Tokyo EAD, I know it's called something else now, but it's going to take me a long time to get used to that name. So
not really, but you just want to be like that.
Yeah.
You said it in your podcast yourself. You said, I'm always calling it EAD.
Yeah, I'm always going to call them EAD, so to hell with it. Basically, a lot of those people,
EPD.
Yeah, a lot of those people who are in that thing were actually, a lot of those people were basically taken from HAL. So HAL was basically the pasture, and then once they got to a certain weight and skill level and rank, they went to the big leagues. So HAL's the minor leagues, and then the EAD is like the major leagues. Because I don't care what any fanboy, if you like Sony or Microsoft, but when it comes to developers, like Nintendo's like the best. They have like they're top tier developers. So once you're there, it's like, damn. I mean,
Yep.
They're pretty good.
Mhm. Yeah, they're pretty good with, and they figure out what's going on with their game. So again, as I said, remember, everybody. I don't know everybody. I mean, the NX is there, the Wii U, blah blah. You know what? I like the console, whatever. But Nintendo's moneymaker always has and always will be the software. I don't know why people don't catch on to that.
And it's ironic how like only about 100. It only takes about 100 members of staff to create a full-fledged video game with, that has no issues. But it takes Ubisoft about 10 studios and 800 different employees to make an Assassin's Creed.
And it's still broken.
Yes.
Speaking of a huge team over many years making a game and it's still being broken. Well, as someone who recently bought Mighty No. 9,
oh gosh.
No. I'm not going to be one of those people. Oh my God, they did this. Oh my God, they did that. Because I didn't give to the Kickstarters, plural, and I didn't. So I don't have a dog in the fight. Here's what I will say.
I was just about to ask how's your best friend Kenji Inafune?
Well, here's what I'll say. As a game, it is solid. It has major coding issues across all platforms. And the normal excuses that I hear from people who are defending it, from games like this is, well, the people didn't have time, or, it was really difficult.
Wait. I have a question. Why is it in video games it's okay to make that excuse, but you go to a pizzeria and your pizza is half finished, and all of a sudden you're throwing a history sheet talking about how you paid for your pizza and you want it done nice. We don't make excuses for food, but we make excuses for games.
They act time.
Well,
because people know
It's a
that when
pizza.
you complain about your pizza, you probably get a free one. When you complain about your video game, you don't get a free one.
Yeah, they basically just make you deal with it. But what I was about to say is this. Normally when games have these types of issues, people like to say, well, the reason this game is like this is because, we didn't have enough time to get the coding right. But here's the problem. Shovel Knight was, before Mighty Number 9, was one of the most successful Kickstarters on Kickstarter for a game. And it only raised a little over 300,000. And yet they managed to get this game out within, I think, 18 months. And they managed to put it on...
And have DLC.
They managed to put it on, it's on PC, Xbox 360, PS3, 3DS, Xbox One, PS4. It's on 6 platforms.
Here's the thing.
So it's on 6-7 platforms. And here's the thing.
Before you continue, Red, but here's the thing. At least with that game, it started with one lead platform, then put it over to the rest.
That may be the case. I don't know. What I do know is
it was PC, 3DS, and Wii U.
Yeah, but here's what I do know. At the end of the day, these people had less money, put the game on the same amount of platforms, didn't have nearly as many issues. I think Shovel Knight's been patched maybe 3 times, like 3 major patches, not content, but like where it was like a game-breaking glitch. And Shovel Knight never had the same level of, oh man, this is broken as all get out. And I mean, I've played this game on PC, PS4, and Wii U, Mighty Number 9, and it runs badly on all 3. And like on my own PC, I know my PC can handle it because I can handle this thing can handle it. It's kind of a beast, and so like it's just bad coding. And there's no way that Concept and Inti Creates were working on this game straight for 3 years and it's in this shape. There's no way. There's no way that happened. So I don't know what happened, but I mean, I can.
Sound like Kenji Inafune robbed some motherfuckers.
Well, I'm not going to take it that far. I will say this much though: this game does not. If this game had been worked on straight for 3 years, it would not be in the shape of it's in. I don't think. But that's just me. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, that is your good friend Kenji Inafune.
Why do you keep on? I never said that. I would never say that Keiji Inafune is my good friend. I would say that he designed some characters that I like, but I mean, after
I just say it because of your. I just say it because of your.
No.
I just say it because of your extreme distaste for Kenji Inafune.
No, like okay.
His practices.
Okay, let me put it this way. There are certain things that Keiji Inafune has done that kind of that kind of made me think, okay, I don't really trust Mighty Number 9 that much. Like the fact that the first solo game his studio made, Kaio and the King of the Pirates, that game was marvelous. AQ gave Keiji Inafune and his team $3.8 million in yen, like equivalent, and they never, like, there was never a demo made of the game. Aside from some concept movies that they showed at E3 in 2012, we've never seen anything from this game.
Oh
and it was
my
supposed
God.
to come, no, before that, it was supposed to come to the Wii and the 3DS.
You sound a little pissed.
I forgot about that game. Holy
Well,
crap.
you know, my mind is like a steel trap.
What game is this?
It's
Kaio,
not like
the
an
King
Animal
of the
Pirate
Pirates.
game?
Yeah, it
Oh
was a
yeah,
pirate game.
yeah, I remember that.
Damn.
That game never.
Well, hey, Liger,
Yeah.
I do want to comment on one thing you mentioned earlier, just briefly, about how you said that when you see things on YouTube, it's always extreme positive and extreme negative at the exact same time. I got an example, and we see it all the time. Nintendo needs to go ahead and kill out the Wii U, but they need to save us with the NX.
Oh God.
Okay, that's a good one. I didn't say positive. I said hope. I ain't positive. I said hope.
Well, okay, well, hope.
That's what it is.
People
No,
are
you give a good example.
Not only kills the Wii U, but hey, you know what? The NX is gonna be our savior.
These people's hopes and dreams are.
Nintendo needs to die, but they need to save us at the same time. Like, make up your mind, people. Like, I've actually seen people on Google Plus and on Hangouts saying this all within like 20 seconds. Like, man, you know what? Nintendo just needs to die and go third party. But man, like the NX, the NX needs to have this, because it's gonna be everything we want. Like, what the? You just said they need to go away. But how you gonna ask them to go away and at the same time say the NX better have this?
As long as Nintendo has Pokemon, they'll look. Pokemon alone, makes so much money for that company, for those two companies, that as long as they have a handheld and Pokemon, they'll be fine. I don't know about these other people.
I was again. Still can't forget what Mario have done for Nintendo too. They got the IP is their strongest suit. And again, their software is their bread and butter. I don't know why people keep on thinking, oh, the hardware is like, no. You see the hardware. You take a choice, buy it or not buy it. But you don't know the only place you're gonna get Nintendo IP games are on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, Nintendo's actually said this. They've actually said publicly that if we leave the hardware market, we're taking our IPs. They have said this. So all these people thinking that if they leave and stop making consoles, they'll put their IPs on other systems. Nintendo has said this publicly. If we go, we're taking our properties with us. That means you will not get a Mario on. I don't care if the Wii U is the last console. You will not get Mario on anything else.
And if you think rare Nintendo games are expensive on eBay now, if Nintendo was to do that, every Nintendo game that ever came out would shoot up more than you could imagine.
You might get club over your head if you show a Mario game now. If that ever happens. Oh, I got Mario 3D World. Bang.
If Nintendo left the hardware market today, I'm telling you right now, Wii Sports will cost $2,000.
Well, Nintendo would basically be. Nintendo's like that nerdy thing.
That was a free title for their last console. I'm telling you, if the Wii U is their last console, Zombie U is gonna become $300 overnight. That's right, I said it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad. People need to think that, hey, if the fans had to beg Nintendo to let them know that they couldn't find Pikmin less than a year ago, Pikmin 3, and now it's come back and it's the part of Nintendo Selects. But before Nintendo Selects were were introduced with those few titles, Pikmin 3 was about $80 used on Amazon. That's used, people, not a brand new title. That is used.
Well, hell, try to see Bayonetta. They try to get the Bayonetta, the original package of Bayonetta, too, for Wii U.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
That got shot up because people want that 1 and 2. They don't want just the 2 part by itself. And that price went up like crazy.
Right now, man, I will welcome a Nintendo Land that costs $500. I will welcome it.
You know what? Speaking about
the
Nintendo Selects, isn't Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze in that Select as well? So, I'm not sure.
Copies,
thank you. I was going for that.
Dude, we said that long time. Okay, yeah. I said it last year, but again, it's one of those.
Of course we know this, but I think what AAA is pointing at is that a lot of gamers always want to, state that, not even Lego City and, other games have even sold 1 million copies yet, and it's been 2 or 3 years. It's like, no, it's sold 1 million. You're just not following.
Now before you go any further, Dr. Feelgood, I just want to shout out Red Knight, who didn't knew this information. So yeah, Tropical Freeze sold 1 million.
Okay.
Well, it deserves it because it's a damn good game.
And it's a damn hard game as well.
I think I was well.
It's all right.
One of these days I'll pick it up. But not no time soon.
I mean, those bonus stages, they kick your ass.
No, I know.
Okay,
I know.
there you go.
I know Donkey Kong. I know Donkey Kong is that.
They do
No,
kick your ass.
Donkey Kong has always been a tough game. But just like I said, for me in that regard, it's just that it never. After the initial run on the SNES, and then I played 64 one, of course, and I played the Game Boy Color one. It just never picked. It never raised up high to a point for me to go thinking again. I'll pick up Tropical Freeze and the original Donkey Kong Country Return. But again, just like anybody else, like I said, not every Nintendo fan got to pick up every single game.
No.
Those are good games. They got reviewed good, so it's not. Like I said, I'll pick it up later on. Other games came out and basically pushed that game out of the way for me.
Yeah, I mean, we can all understand that. I mean, there's certain games that just, like you're like, man, I really should get that game, but you got so much other stuff you got to do.
Yeah.
Coming out. That being said, what I will say is this. You know, it's like Dr. Feelgood originally said. Look, Nintendo is like that little kid that gets bullied on the playground. Like all the other kids are playing dodgeball. This other kid is friggin' like he's got like a ruler out and he's got his own materials. He's building the sandcastle, but the shit's to scale. And then he gets picked on, and he's like, you know what? To hell with you guys. He's gonna take his toys and go home and never come back to the playground. And so, you know, and I'm gonna tell you right now. A lot of people say this. Nintendo keeps them gaming. If Nintendo leaves the software market and the hardware market, I'm not jumping on to the Xbox, PS, like Sony bandwagon. Because, I mean, I'm sorry, those companies have lost it. Well, Microsoft never had a gaming soul, but Sony lost whatever soul they had as a company that had a gaming console. Because I'm not feeling it. I'm unlike Naruto, I'm not feeling it. I'm not.
Oh gosh.
Reverse a show. Not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not.
I got you.
Oh,
man.
Shulk, I understood Naruto for a second.
Yeah, he says believe it.
Anyway.
Who's the dude who says believe it?
Naruto.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. The dude who says, I'm feeling it, whatever. Look, listen, I'm not feeling it. I'm not.
And I feel the same way because Nintendo has that fun and gaming soul, and the others,
bad words, Brownie. You said fun.
Exactly.
I'm telling on you.
The hell? Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
Be like that rolling man. You wanna fucking go?
Yeah, just like an article I posted when I was outside the country when Reggie said, we're not chasing the Red Sea of Xbox and PlayStation with specs and everything, and everybody was like, oh, I was like, my post was basically, everybody run away, Nintendo said the word fun again.
Oh no!
How dare them, yeah.
But, why do people? Oh my God! It has to be a powerful console. Like, what have happened to just? Oh man, let's just play this game with this system.
But here's the irony about them chasing the spec war. You have two console manufacturers, Microsoft and Sony, that chase the spec war. They gave you very powerful. Well, if you're a dumbass, okay, but they thought were very powerful consoles. They capitulated the third parties and gave it x86 architecture. They did everything that these gamers think is so great, and yet these consoles can't keep up. They're coming out with new versions within 3 years of the shit coming out. How is that? I mean, if it's that powerful, Why would you need to come out with something to help it out with like a cross-gen console to kind of keep it, kind of like a new leg because the old leg wasn't working?
I know
You know why? You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because they need a new trend. They need something new to get the people back excited again.
Well, you're right.
They need another selling point.
Just with the question, it was rhetorical. But I mean, I know why, because they have no, because VR, like they're doubling down on VR. They're like, man, VR is gonna be.
You know what?
Something. If Nintendo couldn't explain a gamepad well to consumers, okay, and that's something that you can see. Do you think VR, something that's only good if you're in first person and strapped to your face, can be explained in a commercial to somebody else?
Oh, guess what? Guess what?
I got an easy solution or answer to your question, okay? You ready for this?
Oh.
Let me gird my loins. Okay, go.
Yeah, guess what, everyone? The PlayStation VR is sold out.
Really?
And
you want that shit?
The pre-orders are sold out.
Shiba Yoshida?
I'm not gonna,
And how much was this?
Damn, people eat anything. Damn, people eat this shit up with anything that's going on Sony PlayStation, don't they?
It's sold out. How much was it?
There's a question to be asked. How many VR headsets were there?
It was made in the first place, and nobody knows that.
That's
very important question.
Three of the day.
But here's the thing, though, Red. I understand you're coming from, but I'll say this: the VR has a notion up on it because everybody's been talking VR since we were back in the '80s.
Oh yeah.
So they have
I
a leg up on that.
Who's on the PC?
I'm on the PC right now.
I'm talking about because someone's trying to transfer Pokemon or something because I hear it.
No. Here's the thing. I understand.
Oh, that's me with the Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Who's playing X and Y?
You gotta get a new thing, Will, Pokemon.
Yeah, I understand that everyone is desperately trying to push VR, but I'm gonna tell you right now, VR is not what everyone thinks. VR is not going to take off the way people think it is, and I'm telling you.
No. You ain't gotta tell me. You know, I know already. These
people sitting here putting their money behind VR, like Microsoft and Sony. VR. I'm like, man, you need to look. Especially Sony, save your damn money.
I hate to break I hate to piss on everybody's parade, but VR. All the cool things that are going to happen with VR are not going to be with video games.
Like I said, we know that, but me and Red, we have talked in his BS Busters, and we talked to Mike, and we talked about it already. And the thing about it, there's so many factors that limit that. It's supposed to be for a wide margin, but it's so many things that breaks it down. It's not a wide margin. One, you gotta take breaks because you can't keep that stuff to your eyes all the time. Two, people like Red, me, Sprite, all of us got glasses. Okay, you're gonna keep that stuff on you. Bad enough you can't see without your damn glasses some of the time. You're gonna F up your eyes more with putting that stuff on it. Now they do have settings for your glasses. To be honest, Oculus, because like I said, I could see without my glasses, but I didn't use it just to test it when I had a chance to mess around with it. But still, it's that, and then also you have people who got vertigo, people who got motion sickness, and people who got epileptic. Cause it's gonna be way worse when you go to seizures and stuff, when you go to your face than what it is before.
Because I'm sorry, everything outside of video games just sounds so much more interesting to me.
Yeah, I predict that once the VR thing comes out, it'll have worse news than Pokemon Go thing.
Well, here's the thing about VR for me is that I tried the Oculus Rift, and like. I played a game that's kind of like Mirror's Edge, but for VR. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay, I'm someone who goes on roller coasters, don't get sick. I went on a stunt plane ride, didn't get sick.
Dude!
But
yeah, it's
literally, I was playing this shit, and I was watching it, was strapped to my head. And I didn't get like physically ill, but like a little bit of me like just
vertigo.
Like, what the hell is like a tinge? Just like what the and then I took it off real quick. I was like, okay, this is
You get vertigo. No, because your brain has to, your body and your brain are not processing at the same time what you're seeing with your eyes.
It's simulation sickness.
Yeah.
Like, it's vertigo. That's what vertigo is, because you don't have a good perception with your balance, because you are doing, like, I don't know which one you did, Red, because I didn't play that one, but like when I'm playing the game with the space one, where you're looking all around and stuff like that, it's like you're looking around and your mind saying you're in space. You see space, you see looking around. It's still not a greatest view as people think. Oh, the graphics look great, whatever. It wasn't really. You could tell it's simulated, like Konoshi just said. But you're still looking around. You're like, okay, your mind's trying to process. I'm looking in this game, in space, whatever. Oh, I gotta fly this way, whatever. Your body automatically wants to tilt the same way that your brain.
Exactly.
And your brain is just perceptive. The process is too quick, and you just feel that's vertigo. You're not your eye perception is now registered with your brain.
Exactly. And here's the thing: like, I wasn't sick. I wasn't to the point where I was going to be nauseous. But like, okay, most of us when we play games, we play for an hour, 2 hours. If we do a marathon game session, like, man, I got Saturday free. I don't have to do anything. My family's down home. Like I'm gonna spend 4, 5, 6 hours playing this game. Could you do 4, 5, 6 hours on a VR thing? You'd make yourself sick.
Get ready when VR takes off. Then the next step is neural receptors. You get to feel everything in the video.
No, man. The next step with VR is
that will work, because remember, I think we brought it up on your BS Busters, Red. We talked about the whole the vest, the Call of Duty try to put on you so you can feel the impact.
Yeah, that
did not work that well, and nobody's really.
No, I mean, you'll actually, it won't be like a vibration. You'll actually feel it.
No, this is the next step. This is the next step. Someone's gonna walk in on their son or daughter with this thing, using it for illicit movements, and it's going to be on Twitter or Facebook, and people are going to be mad.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Or even worse, some woman's going to walk in on her husband. He's like, I thought you were gone from the day.
Oh, wow.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And here's the worst thing. You think it's bad here in America. Just wait till you go to Japan, where they make that shit for fun.
Oh, okay. Let's try to control this random talk before it goes down that random. But no. And like I said, we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, I'm not a pessimist in that regard. Let's see what happens. Some of the software I gotta test out when I was in Japan at Square and everything else was pretty cool. I'm not denying that. But that's, again, I'll wait and see, because I like what she said. Like I said, me and Red talked about it on my cast and BS Busters about what the practicality of it in gaming would be, and it's not that much. But if people want to go do that, they can go and do that. Again, if they want to spend their money to get sick, spend their money. Again, no, let me put it this way. I don't spend money to get bad experiences, sir. If they want to go get their money and get seizures or effed up eyes, but they got to pay more money later on, or throw up on the carpet. Like, oh, hey, if you want to pay $300 for doing that, go right ahead.
I'm having fun, man. You just puked on your carpet, but it's fun. it's the in thing. This is cool. All my friends are doing it.
Yeah. Your ass going into that person's room, and then you got all that multicolored shit on your floor. You're like, what the hell is that? And remember, the higher VRs that works off. I hope you, on my last the Random Talks 13 when I showed off, I hope you got a power strip, a very good one, and you can have all them 6 daggone power plugs to charge that shit for the HD Vive and stuff.
And if you don't have a PC, if you're doing this through your PC and you don't have a PC that's powerful enough to run it, I hope you're willing to shell out, $400, $500, $600, because I mean, that's what it's going to be in total. Because even if you get a new graphics card, one of the cheaper budget ones that claim to do VR, you're still going to have to upgrade your memory and other components to get it to go to that point. So the real price tag for VR, if you have a PC, is going to be in the thousands if you don't have a PC that can at least be modded to handle it. So, oh well.
That's why it says the practical realm. I could see real estate, I could see doctors, I could see architects, I could see flying structures. Those guys are going to use it multiple times to produce something simply to do that. But gaming and all this stuff, and I'm going to say it right now, it's going to be basic gaming when you're doing the VR stuff, because you're not, if you want to do anything super extreme, you're gonna the way how a lot of these guys create games now. You know, man, well, it'd be crazy to just do that. You see a blue screen on your damn eye. Oh shit! Your game gets done or whatever. So yeah, it's crazy. So it's what it is.
Here's the main thing why VR sucks. You can't eat and play at the same time.
Well, there is one thing. There is one VR game that looked interesting until I found out the specifics behind it. The Star Trek bridge thing sounded really cool, and I liked the idea of it until I found out it's based upon the new Star Trek, and I was like, never mind, I'm done.
Yeah, when I saw that video at E3, I was like, man, these guys are really trying to.
I'm like, this is gonna be cool, but then they said it's based on the new movies. I was like, well, I'm done. I was like, that's over. You piqued my interest, and then I found out more. I was like, yeah, never mind.
Hey, I'll say this about VR, man. If people think this is even remotely healthy, it's hard enough for me, and I don't have any conditions whatsoever, pre-existing conditions at all. But hell, watching those damn Tokyo Mirage Sessions concerts from 8 feet away. I don't want to watch this shit on a screen 2 inches away. That shit is so many flowers and colors that give your ass epilepsy. Like, honestly, like, I'm sorry. If that shit's hard to watch from 8 feet away, do you really want to put it less than 2 inches?
From your eyeball?
That game is brighter than 3D World, man.
Yeah,
you have to step back.
I'm sorry. That game has more pastel colors and shit than Easter.
And
that game's color spectrum. I mean, I'm sorry. If no one told me that, if no one told me about Disney prior to playing this game, I would have thought this was that damn what would they call it? Those old Disney like montages with with Mickey Mouse or whatever.
Fantasia.
Yeah, it's damn near like that. Fantasia in concert form. And people, you want to put these 1080p, potentially 4K with they're gonna throw it out there one day, 4K VR. But you want to put this shit directly in front of your irises. People, does that even sound remotely safe? You don't even hold your cell phone that close. And there are a few cell phones that they actually have 4K resolution.
Why?
Do you really want to put that shit that close?
Why?
Yeah, I know it's stupid.
That sounds
it's stupid for a cell phone to even have anything above 720p.
No, I'm like, why
it really
would you need a 4K cell phone? I don't.
Dude, that actually outputs at 4K. It really does. And even the first thing I said when someone bragged about it, I said, what would you do? What can you do with a 4K screen that's only 6 inches? I'm like, hell, you barely need 720p for a 30-inch television. You don't need 4K for a 6-inch screen. What details are you missing?
I mean, let me put this. Okay, unless the future of the cell phone is instead of you just talking to people, like everything becomes vid streams where like you see someone's face the entire time. But even then, I mean, I just don't. Why? Why do you need a 4K phone? That makes no sense to me. Let's say someone pull up a car and they're like, how many cylinders does that car have? 25. Why? Why do you need a 25-cylinder car? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Here's the good thing, though. If you dedicate yourself to VR, you're gonna be an Uchiha. So.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're gonna go blind. You're gonna lose your eyesight.
Alright, I got a next. Like I said, I mean, let's see. You guys been playing games, whatever. I want to do a little thing here, quick, to say something. But before that, like I said, the the Q&A app is open. So if you got questions, if anybody's listening, you go put your questions there. We'll basically I'll answer through them. But I'll just say, you know what? The reason I say There's a video on my channel called Preference. The weakness of not preference. The weakness of every console, even PC, and it is preference. That's the answer to the question. And everybody has the Wii U's dead, of course. The console thing. I know droughts, whatever. I know one thing. Y'all ain't playing most all the games because your preference. But if you think that's your preference, that's cool. But me, like I said, Tokyo Mirage just came out. I got the game. Like I said, I just beat the first just the prologue because I still need to beat couple games on 3DS because I took Fire Emblem Fates when I was traveling, and I have to say, even though it got quote unquote censored, the freaking story is still pretty damn awesome, and the game is so. I play Conquest right now. I'm trying to finish that up. That is a pretty good game. I'm happy that I picked that one. And of course, the Birthright and Reflections. I already have that already. I'm gonna play those later. But
hey, Liger.
Yeah.
If I may interject and say one thing about the quote unquote droughts. And this is my opinion. I don't have any facts to back this up, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people here are going to agree with me. I believe most gamers today, when I say gamers, I don't mean the person that occasionally picks up Angry Birds on a mobile device. I mean gamers, console, PC. Most gamers today, we also not just play games, but don't we also love anime and TV shows and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I love the shit out of anime. I love TV shows, Walking Dead, just like the rest of them. So when these people say droughts, I have 2 3DSs. Even right now, I have approximately 13 consoles hooked up technically.
Yeah, we saw your video. You trying to be technical bastard, whatever.
But to me, when people say droughts, I'm thinking, were you one of those, and I hate to even say the name, but I'm going to just so there can be a reference. Are you one of those Gamer Nate type of people that flip your console for the next one?
Gamer Nate! Oh, shoot, sorry.
No disrespect, but seriously, because to me, if you are a gamer, I would assume you have more than one console. At least, you may not have every console within the same generation, but I would assume you have at least one past generation console besides your brand new one.
Yeah.
Now, if you're that dumb to keep flipping your shit, that's you. But just, moving on. If you ain't got games to play, if you feel there are no good games out there, watch TV. Watch it. You can't tell me that you have caught up on everything in your damn life. And if you have, take your punk ass to work.
Wait a minute.
What is it you're talking about?
We're not just going to say Gamer Nate and not get a good laugh. Alright? We're not going to say Gamer Nate and not have a good laugh.
Okay, well, in the words of Mr. T, skitty bop and flip flop.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I'm just simply saying that there is no such thing. If you are a gamer, if you are a real, true gamer, and you love playing games, regardless of the console, if you do have a console preference, there's no such thing as a drought. There may be a drought on a particular console, but there's no drought in gaming. There are games that come out even on the Wii U that you don't hear shit about, but you'll walk in the Toys R Us and be like, man, I've never seen that game before. What the hell is that? And you be like, how did this game get a physical release, but some other games didn't?
It goes against to what I just said, preference. If your genre of choice is RPGs, you got free sprinkles there. If your genre of choice is shooters, you got free sprinkles there. That's preference. I can't argue preference. That's just them. That's them. They're the gamers who do that stuff.
Argue preference. The only time I have a preference when people like, oh man, you don't play shooter. Oh man, so what's wrong with you? Like they try to force their preference on you.
Well, that's why I
said you're inferior.
Well, I mean, no, that's what you said is right, and that's why I said I could never argue preference because I can't argue what you like, and I don't know why you're gonna try to argue off of what I like. Because I always love when people say like, okay, like we have the Wii U, we have the PlayStation, and we have the Xbox. You got these games. Now, this generation is the only generation now that one console has a bunch of exclusive, and the others do have exclusives that like I said, that I want to think. But you know the reason why I have not picked up a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One? Not because they don't have games, because that was the excuse that was the Wii U. The Wii U don't have no games. No, it's not because the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One don't have no games. It's because majority of the exclusive I could play on my PC.
So, yeah, but is that an exclusive though?
No. I know in a literal sense of what I say. You know what I meant too, Red. I'm just saying the game that's supposed to be an exclusive to the console is now on PC. That's what I'm saying. So I don't. So the console that you're going to get in one spot.
Okay. Time out.
Yeah, time out.
Shoot.
You got it?
Yeah, you got it.
You got it. Okay. Anyway, like I said.
Hey, Toasters, you still watching this?
I'm gonna say right now. Okay, so no, but it's just like when you said Red. Like I mean, yeah, it's PC. It is on a PC, but again, it was supposed to be exclusive to the console itself. But it's funny, like I said, the only place you could get the Mario, your Xenoblade Chronicles, all that's the Xenoblade Chronicle X, Fire Tokyo Mirage right now is on one console.
Andre came out.
I tell you something, that was the most epic entrance I've ever seen. You should call yourself the epic game guy from now on.
Told ya. Look,
what did I miss?
Y'all think Shadow the only ninja in gamers at large?
Andre's the secret ninja.
I did see what you said though. You're like, man, I'm waiting in the bushes for time. I was like,
but time out corner. I made it out the bushes.
What the hell happened?
I just sneaked in the bush and kicked him back out.
Andre, did you sneak in?
Oh my god. Anyway, let me finish my thought. Sorry, but that kind of stuff. That's the part that kills me. When they say they don't have there's no games on this console, but because I can't say there's no games on. I can't say there's no game on PlayStation or Xbox One. I can't. But they use that messed up logic to reason out somewhere the way in some fantasy world that the Wii U don't have this game library just like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, which makes no sense to me.
And they don't like the game, it doesn't count.
Huh?
If it's not a game that they like, it doesn't count.
No, but if that's the case, then but then you have those same people who bitch and moan and say, yeah, but I would love to play the new Zelda on my Xbox One. What?
Oh god.
I've even heard people like, oh man, they don't like this game because it's not on their console, on their preferred choice. Or there was one time I heard that somehow the reason why Mighty Number 9 had issues, like what Red was talking about, was because it was like, oh, they developed for a weaker system, aka the Wii U, PS3, and 360. I'm like, what?
Wait.
I've heard people say that, like, oh, Xenoverse 2 is not coming out on lasting hardware, so it's going to be a better game.
But you see, that's the mentality because they don't know about optimization and game design. Because the funny thing is, I still ask the question to people about the Wii U, not the original Wii. Still, anybody out there who's listening to me, please, you could put it in the video. I want to know because I don't know everything about game, of course, and I would like to see. Still, tell me what game does exactly what Red Steel do on the Wii. A Wii console. Please tell me that, because a game that does that same smooth gameplay or whatever. Please show me a video of a game that does that, and I'll shut up about it because it doesn't mean.
Oh, come on, Liga. If it's a game that has motion controls, that's totally out. That's a cop out.
Cop out my butt. Even if you don't take the motion controls out of it, what game has that smooth fluidity of moving through the environment? Doing all that stuff in the environment. I don't see no game that does that.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna
Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm just
I
would kick you to the bushes just for saying that.
Red Steel is a very.
To Simulator number 4, right?
Red Steel is a very good game.
Okay.
Punished.
It's a very good game, but I'm just saying it's just I'm just saying the whole you know how it's set up like that, like the style of the game, how it moves. I've not seen nobody get that fluidity for a game for a first-person shooter that does all that stuff.
You know what? It reminds me of?
It doesn't have realistic graphics.
You know what Red Steel reminds me of in terms of how smooth the gameplay is and stuff like that? It reminds me of a faster-paced Metroid Prime with better with Melee being the focus instead of but that's done. But it's done very well. And when I play Red Steel 2, I'm like, wow, this is I admire that game and how well it's made. It's a very smooth gameplay experience. And it's not a big world, but you feel like it's a big world because of how it's built and how you explore and discover things, how the secrets are kind of laid back and stuff like that. I mean, I like it.
No, I'm like I said, but that's the next. Same thing with Xenoblade Chronicles X. Remember, in Xenoblade Chronicles X, again, even though as Triple M brought up like an off-air chat, yeah, they got anti-aliasing and of course it ain't the full super graphics, blah blah blah. That's people that's optimization. You know what you need to tone down to make the game experience better. Because I still don't understand how Xenoblade Chronicles X. You go from one part of the map to another part of the map, showing different levels, sky dynamics. You go stop. You go fly out of the city. You go come down, engage a battle, get back out of it, and no loading.
Well, that's called optimization, but that's a dirty.
That's a bad word. Yeah,
it's a dirty word.
You got GTA 5 for that.
It's called knowing how to make a game the right way.
That's why it's a dirty word, because no one wants to do it. I mean, like I just said, Mighty Number 9 is a mess on multiple consoles. Okay, it's a mess. It's a mess on PC. It's a mess on PS4. Like anything that it's on, anything that game is on is a nightmare. Okay, and you can't say that the reason it's like this is because of how the hardware is. It's not the hardware. It's the fact that the game is unoptimized.
Well, Mighty Number 9, or more or less mediocre Number 9, is a testament to how game developers want to develop their games.
Well, here's the sad thing about the title. The game itself, the actual gameplay of Mighty Number 9 is not bad.
I've heard that the base of the game is good, but it just has a lot of issues with coding.
Yeah, the coding is And
here's my point. That's my major point. That's how developers want to make their games. They want to do one code and throw it on everything, and that's the result.
And the sad thing is that Mighty Number 9 could have been so much better. I mean,
Go ahead, Brad. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say Mighty Number 9 could have been so much better because the game has a lot of potential, but how it's expressed is not very good.
Okay.
What was the game's budget again? Did they raise total?
$4 million plus whatever Deep Silver gave them.
Yeah.
They basically had like 6, 7 times their budget that they needed.
True. They have 7 times more the budget is needed, as Andre just said, because you on your cell phone?
Yeah, but I'm also moving around.
Okay, just making sure. You said you figured out how to fix it when it's doing it again, so just making sure you know what's going on.
I left it in an area away from where my signal gets kind of weak.
Yeah.
So probably what happened.
Okay, well I want to do 2 more topics before I answer the questions. And one of the topics, boy, is gonna be like I said. We're gonna see how that's gonna work out. That's gonna be really the random talk. But anyway, I have to address one thing. I was gonna do a video about this, and I'm still gonna do about it. But basically, right now, the program I use to make my videos, it's just an issue going on, and I basically told Double M about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just take it as a vacation, to take a break. So I'm still gonna do a podcast since I'm back now in the States, and I want to still do video like drive time and stuff with my camera, like I did with the Speak with Your Wallet, like with my camera. But editing stuff like that together, because I have an LBC that I want to do, and boy, I think a lot of y'all gonna love it. I think a lot of y'all are gonna love this LBC because of what is gonna be said. I got a lot of stuff to say, and I got a lot of clips to put in there. It's gonna be just like how I did the not Speak with Your Wallet, humans don't listen, like bringing clips and everything in together and it be that way. But
Okay, Pokemon reference here, but are people going to need Burn Heal?
Oh,
They might. But anyway, well, Triple M knows some of the jokes already because he saw some of the clips. Yeah, so he knows how it's gonna be. But anyway, this is something I want to address here. Let's just say I'm still gonna do the video later on once I get my editing back together about this. Now, when I was away, I had a certain aspect on my channel, even though I was away, which is weird. The aspect was, and I'm gonna bring up something that happened today too. That's to show people that's nice. I mean, you go to this video and check it out. It's cool. It's a cool video. It goes to what we just talked about with the optimization thing. So bear with me for a second. But somebody came on my channel and different names, whatever. I don't care. But came on the channel, said something. All right, no problem. I was respectful of the person. Now again, Triple M, I understand the other person was egging him on, but I did not egg him on, so he should have been respectful for me.
Yeah.
Now, in my Star Fox video, in my Star Fox Prophet video, you can go to the comment section, you can see it. Because I didn't delete it. I don't want to delete none of that stuff unless he deleted it. If he deleted his stuff off, that's his problem. But even when you have disagreements, you could still put out a good, cohesive disagreement or argument about some certain things. But when you start calling people these names and disrespect them, and I swear there is, and we all feel it right here. There's a Nintendo hate squad. It is that you say anything Nintendo, good or bad, or whatever, people just jumps on you and just say stuff. I don't go to nobody else's channel to do anything negative. I don't go there and thumbs them down. I ain't got no time to waste to thumbs you down or none of that crap. That even thumbs down takes too much energy. to do that. It really does. I'm just like, yeah, you know what? If you're a really person, you just an antagonist person, like, you know what? You're stupid enough. I don't even want to just press the. I don't have so much brain cells. I can't even press the thumbs down. I'm just gonna move on.
I just have a question. Am I the only odd person that likes when I get a thumbs down for some reason?
No. I don't care. No, I don't. It doesn't bother me. That's what I'm saying.
I kind of like it because I know that whoever paid attention to the video, they at least paid enough attention to it to dislike it.
Well, I was gonna say, depending on how long you say they pretend, because you know some people just look at the title,
the title, and then just click.
Yeah, and then thumbs down.
Didn't you see my video on the same?
I have an e-stalker who will downvote a video I do just because I was the one who did the video. So it has nothing to do with what I said.
Yeah, and I got people like.
That's what I think, though. Like sometimes I kind of wonder because I know there are a couple videos I got plenty of dislikes on, and I know the reasons because of the people that gave the dislikes because they actually commented. But I end up with like 1 or 2 random dislikes in the video with no explanation.
No, people. That's why I just said the Nintendo hate squad. You say anything, that's what I just said. They do that because this person came onto my channel, never been to his channel, never talked about him, never said nothing, never do nothing. He came on, then I just said, hey, you want to do a one-on-one? Let's do the one-on-one. Then after that, he just started being negative and calling me Nintendo fuckboy and all. I'm like, whoa, dude. What is up with you with all these? You gotta call people names and stuff. I was respectful for you. I was respectful to you. You could have been respectful to me. But I'm not gonna have the one-on-one no more because you was disrespectful. So right now, I think some people know. I think I might pronounce his name wrong, but Zero, who used to be part of Nintendo Enthusiasts, Zero or Zero XY.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. He just put up a but he just put up a video today talking about how Nintendo.
Yeah, I saw your comment.
You saw my comment. Okay, you saw my comment, and you saw nobody comment behind me because it's just a simple comment.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not disrespect him in that video. In my comment, because I think he's a logical person, I put a comment on there that was a simple. I didn't call him no names. I said it won't work because of this. But at the beginning, I said, you know what? I don't disrespect people. I might not agree with you, but I don't disrespect you. I like to hear your thoughts. That's the first line of my comment on that video. That's why I said it, and then I break it down because he did say one thing that was kind of crazy. He was like, well, he said, well, third-party game has becoming very, third-party has gotten very good quality. I'm like, no.
What games are you playing? That's what I want to know.
No. That's why I said in the comment. You mean quantity, not quality.
That's not even the crazy part.
Well, yeah, I know, but that part, I had to comment on that part because that stick out to my hand when he first said that. I was like, third parties been getting better quality? Nah.
Not really, no.
No,
Mm-hmm.
but then I said quantity. I switch it around and say you mean quantity and not quality because it ain't that. But he talked about how to make Windows 10 work and all that stuff, and it's not as easy as he portrayed it. He wants Nintendo to use Windows 10 as an OS for their next console.
Oh no!
No, go ask Sega how that worked for them. Yeah, go ask Sega how Microsoft worked for their Dreamcast. Yeah.
No, but you see, I understand his thought of he's trying to do a quick port and all that, and I explained, like I said, not even Windows, not even from Xbox One to Windows 10 is a quick port. It's not because you have to.
It isn't.
Mm-hmm. So I think, like I said, simplicity the way he was thinking. I said okay, but I said it will never. But my point is, you can look at that comment on his video. It was not hatred. It was not negativity. I didn't thumbs down, thumbs up, nothing. I just put my comment, see what he says, whatever. That's all it is. But I don't know why we just can't do as Doc was talking about. You can't be in the middle. You gotta be extreme hopeful or extreme negativity. You just can't be in the middle.
Mm-hmm. They don't like neutrals.
No, and if you make something, if you actually make a sensical argument, oh my God, they get so mad. He's a Nintendo fanboy. It's like what you just said. Not only does it make any sense for okay, let me put it this way: when you talk about a company, you have to look at not only what makes financial sense, but how the company works. Okay, Microsoft wants people to use their OS. Okay, Windows 10 is a terrible OS. I'm sorry, I know some people. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's resource intensive. Microsoft basically has made this as a backdoor to get your information and to control how you do stuff. That's it.
Hey.
Which is terrible.
Everybody got quiet.
What are you, Charles Barkley? You're
terrible.
Oh,
It's terrible.
No, but I mean, and you know, I have a video of a person from New York Times talking about something that I said last year about the Xbox division. So you know, I'm gonna use that clip. Talking about how they're gonna bow out of the first people gonna bow gonna be Xbox.
Yeah, they're already kind of
it transition.
Yeah, but again, I said this before my channel even. I said this like the number 4 WTF video up the beginning. What is it?
No, I think it was the third, right?
Yeah, I said in the third, but I explained it out in the fourth more better because people wanted to know the finances stuff like that. So my point was I explained that in that regard. But again, it's just. I'm gonna use that video, of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna use that video too. But like you crack the jokes and say anything true. Like I mean, you could be respectful, people. That's all I ask. If you wanna debate me or go one-on-one, I would never shy away from that. But if you could just calling names, just be like that kind of person, I'm not gonna waste my time at night where I'm freaking tired from work to debate any no fools on anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what's with the Nintendo. Well, actually, I do know why.
I was just gonna say.
Come on.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't they? But it's so obvious why they hate this. I mean, I don't know why people would hate a company that basically all they want to do is make fun, interesting, well-budgeted games that people can play. It's not like Nintendo's out to try and get you to use their shitty OS. Or use their shitty services.
I know you're being facetious, but anyway, the thing that came about it is funny. You have, as Red said before, you said it before, you and Dr. Fugo said before. You have 2 other consoles that does this, so why you need a third wheel?
Yeah, and why do you want them to be like the other two? I mean, that's what I liked about Sony and Microsoft was that they had their own Well, I mean, I never liked Microsoft, but they all have their own distinct flavor. They all have their own distinct taste, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I can't. Well, look, Red, you can't. We can't. Like I said, I can't fully. I mean, I ain't gonna say fully, but I mean, like I said, I went to my friend's house and played not Overwatch. Sunset Overdrive. Microsoft helped did that. I like that game. That's a pretty good game.
Yep.
It's something that's different, and I enjoyed it.
I have a reason that people want a third wheel.
Why?
Because they can't ride their tricycle without the last wheel.
Oh, God. That's a good one, Andre. That's a
Little
good
babies.
You're
Is
crazy.
that it?
No, but
that explains a lot.
But it's for real. Like that's what's going on. Now we're gonna bring up something that's crazy right now. Okay, Doc, your mic is good because I know you're the one who started this crap.
If you wanna stop smoking, don't chew juicy fruit.
Okay, let's just keep it simplistic in that form, cause for a certain way. But all of us, not all of us, but some of us here have seen basically a post, and it's been eroding more and more and more. And nothing. Look, I have no problem for people say, "Oh, being a flip flopper." Okay, if you explain your flip flopping, that's cool. No, okay, you could see something different and change your ideas, and I've done that myself too. But when you just contradict yourself so easily and then you so braggadocious about it, that's when you rub people the wrong way.
Well, see, that's the difference between a flip flopper and just somebody changing their opinion. The flip flopping, you just jumping back and forth between thoughts and just trying to find out what everybody else likes. When you just change your opinion, you literally just maybe rethought about something and say, "Oh, that didn't sound so great the first time. Maybe this way's better." That's changing your opinion. When you look for, "Oh, well, this is what's popular with these people, so I'm gonna talk about that real quick," and then this is popular with those people, so I'm gonna talk about that real quick, and this is popular with those people. Yeah, that becomes flip flopping.
Yeah.
Why are you making sense?
Juicy Magikarp.
I'm reminded of a song, "Juicy Fruit."
Okay, look. One of the reasons, everybody here are grown ass people. All right, they got their own opinions and they talk about it. None of us here gonna agree 100% because we can't. We're humans. But the reason I like these guys on my podcast because some people's like, "Oh, I'll just say I ain't gonna say names really, but it's people like, "Oh man, you're a part of Red Fox's bitch team," and I'm like,
Okay, hold up. Hey, hold on, one second. Red Fox, what are these women you rolling with?
I wish I could find them because I mean, hell, it was hard for me just to get the one. But
Red
whatever.
Fox.
Man, you're doing something right.
Well, here's the thing that gets me. People, and I've had this happen to me. People who actually agree with what I might have to say, or we might share similar viewpoints about certain things. Why is it that they're always like, "Oh, how dare you have an opinion that differs from that isn't like the mass market?" I mean, everyone has their own opinion about how the game industry is going and how things should go. I mean,
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like I said, even that. But like I said, we could bring up all kind of topics right now that all of us would not agree on. But we could be decent adults about this and talk about it and not be okay. He might not agree with that, but okay, that's his experience or whatever. But like I said, when that guy said that, I was like, what? And then of course and I was surprised. I was surprised of one person, and he's been on your channel, Red, but he came back to my channel and said something, and he was being nice again. And this time I was like, okay, all right, you see my way or something. You know what? I still would want to have the one-on-one with you because he was being nice that time. But it was just like you're part of. I was part of Red Fox bitch team. I was what was the next? When the next person was that was saying that? Oh, well, something about it was basically.
Are we talking about the rat bastard who likes to suck off Black Bond?
No, it's one of those.
Ew.
It is a black bond wannabe person. I'm not giving no name credence to the person because I learned my lesson when I said I know the person's name. I was like,
I think we should name and shame. Name and shame. Come on.
not no name and shame.
No, this is not a drama channel.
Yeah, not in that regard. Oh, I don't say my name.
Like somebody.
I would say if I need to say the names, I'll say names. But in this regard, the negativity part of that kind of setup is like I don't get. Well, like I said, if you go to the Starbucks, Starbucks video that I have, then you can see the name in there. So hell. And Red Fox would know one of the other comments in there, one of the people in there. He was looking and he was like, oh, that guy. But then you could see his comments like, oh, he changed on Liger this time, but he was bitching at me on my crying like a baby on my damn channel.
Yeah, there are people. See, here's the problem with this community. There are people who don't have an original thought of their own. They follow people who they think that glom onto the little merest hint of an inkling of having an idea, and then that becomes their opinion. So instead of having an original thought of their own, they just glom on to what someone else said.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's why when I did my video from back home in my country, when I was on the beach talking about the life aspects, I mirrored it from gaming to life, but it still worked because I'm not playing no games for popularity because again, I'm not playing nothing that I don't like for anybody. It's my enjoyment only. That's why I buy my console.
Well, to quote one of the gamers at large, gentlemen, do you buy games for enjoyment or to impress other people? And a lot of people in this community.
Do you play games to have fun or impress other people, David?
Yeah, a lot of people play games not to have fun, but to impress other people. And speaking of Juicy Fruit, build websites and stuff.
Well, hell, I mean, we saw what happened. We saw what happened to JJ to JF because a person basically wrote a manifesto about him. And he told him basically fuck off and fuck the horse that you rode in on. I'm like, damn. Homeboy went off on homeboy.
Yeah, he kind of like, for someone who's always like, I don't want drama on my channel. I'm like, dude, half the drama here you encourage with your bullshit.
Yes.
To see a calm person explode, it is really scary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See, what's worse is when a calm person gets really quiet. That's when you're in the most danger of them doing something.
Well, that's true too. But when you start off, and I quote the video, when you start off with your manifesto about somebody, and I quote, fuck off. But seriously, bro. Fuck off! I was like, that is.
I read that and I was like, wow.
Yeah. The thing about that guy is that Juicy Fruit is really arrogant. He's really arrogant. It's like, dude, what are you so arrogant about? You haven't really done anything that's really to be arrogant about. I mean, have you done something noteworthy? Have you done something?
He went to E3. That's noteworthy.
Well, I mean, another certain people went to, well, he claims he went to E3. We've never seen footage of what he did at E3. I'm not going to say his name, but let's say let's say he looks like he's related to Will Smith. And we never, going to E3 doesn't mean anything. Because, I had a friend 10 years ago who worked at GameStop, and he went to E3. And that's a big deal. So what? You went to E3. It's a trade show. It's a trade. I've been to trade shows. You know what we do there? We talk about business. We swap ideas. We talk about, hey man, Namco Bandai's coming up with a new arcade machine. You gonna get it? I might or might not get it. And then we look at a lot of projections about what's coming out, what might be hot, the way the industry is going. And then once it's all over, we go out and have drinks. And if it's someplace that has a casino, it might be a little bit of gambling, maybe watch a show, then it's 2 or 3 days, and then we wake up and do it all over again. It's nothing really like, oh my God, the secrets of the universe. But then again, E3 is Christmas for gamers.
Very early Christmas for games.
I would say, okay, what Red just said right there, the last part. I could see it being Christmas for gamers that you wait in a line to play a game that you want to play for a couple seconds and feel, oh, what it is. That's Christmas. But the Super Bowl, I would never say that because that's a competition and this is getting ridiculous. And I've said this before, and these guys I've said it on Red's podcast and Gamers at Large and everything else. Look. Phil Spencer has a Wii U, and he can't wait to play Breath of the Wild. Reggie Fils-Aimé has an Xbox One. He plays Xbox One games. Yuji Yoshida has 2 Wii U's, one for his family and one for him. Why the heads of the company could play each other game and ain't got all this negativity, but you sons of bitches just can't keep your dicks in your pants?
Fanboys,
keep on measuring.
Fanboys ruin gaming for everybody, and like these aren't cool fans. This is not like the Sega versus Nintendo stuff that we grew up with. These are like they hate your console for no reason. It's like, yeah, even games that they know are going to be good. I've heard some hate fanboys be like, man, Breath of the Wild isn't going to be that good. What?
Man, don't be racist against our games.
It's not even that. It's not even that. All right, because you're right. They're gonna be hateful for all that stuff like that. But it's like I'm gonna say Salim, can you ask a question about it? But it's just like I don't like I said, the upper people have these upper guys who got business, got things to do and running stuff. They have each other's console and they agree with each other, but you guys can't just like say, okay, you know what? That's console. Like I said, like me, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 at this moment is not for me. So you know what? It's all right. I've played some games on their console that I didn't like. I played Ratchet & Clank. I dabbled into Uncharted. Uncharted. I played Sunset Overdrive when I and beat the game through when I played on Xbox One. I played Killer Instincts a little bit of it. I never said, you never hear me on my channel say Xbox One or PlayStation 4 sucks. Other than one person on this cast who always crack his lame ass joke about what do you call it again, Doc? Even if your damn mic's working.
Kiss my ass?
No, kiss my ass console. Nah, busted with BS4, something like that. I think that's what he's called it. Like, I'm not
BS4, something like that.
No, that's what he calls it. That's not me. I don't care. I don't forsake for that. Every console has certain things where it is. But, again, we found out that it's a hate squad out there for certain things. So, like I said, that person, like I said, as Red said, Juicy Fruit, yeah. It's sad. Your juices is running low. I don't know what's going on. It's a drought where you at right now, technically speaking, really, and you need some water, son. That's all.
Remember this: if you want mouth cancer, if you want that lovely mouth cancer, make sure to buy a pack of Juicy Fruit.
Oh, you crazy.
That's not true. The real Juicy Fruit is actually a really delicious gum. We're talking about another Juicy Fruit knockoff. It's not very good.
It's a Chinese knockoff.
Exactly. They got lead poison inside of it. They got lead poison inside of it. But other than that, like I said, you said
me.
Right, what you said?
Yeah, I was no. You said Chinese knocking. I said, yeah, like that Splatoon mobile app.
Oh, I know, right?
No, that's called Whack-Tune right there.
Don't you want to call it Sepia.go?
Yeah.
Sepia Go or something like that. I was like, gosh, I just horribly ripped that off.
Well, that's kind of for you. All right, let me try to run through these as quick as I can because this is some questions I do want to answer. So the first question, basically, I gotta give a shout out to Salim. What?
One quick thing, real quick.
Okay.
Timeout Corner had posted a thing in the Hangout with a picture of I forgot the name of the actor, but he was in the bushes. And he is sitting in the Hangout. No,
I see it.
I was like, oh, he didn't.
Oh, Charlie Chaplin. You got Charlie
It's all right.
in the
Man, I stole your spot, but it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, there goes my topic.
What topic is? What your topic is, Triple M?
It could probably be a long one, so it might be another time.
What is it? Is it a Chinese thing?
Yeah.
No, I'll basically break it down quickly.
2 hours later.
No, the
3
Chinese.
hours later.
No, Triple M. You go check out the podcast with Red Fox and they're talking about the Chinese about a lot of the investments are doing stuff in China and how the movie industry been making movies for China for the last 10 years. Most of the time you hear those billion-dollar sales is because of China.
This time I actually got it much more accurate. The cast that I did with Red Fox, I kind of went all over the place. Yeah.
Okay, and
so like I said before in that podcast, I was looking at a YouTuber goes by the name of Jagos, which he's basically the messenger, and was basically talking about the whole the industry as a whole, and I'm gonna say just like he said, please do not shoot the messenger, but we're just gonna tackle on what he was saying about. He started off the vids as in you should see the companies, or at least the publishers, as the industry as a whole, as bankers. But at least these type of bankers actually have a product that can sell for consumption. Well, playing games. So, and he always said he mostly said that the wealth always concentrated from the top, and yeah, go figure. But then he went to he made an example of Capcom, which Capcom actually I think it was either Capcom invest in Chase Bank, or was it Chase Bank invest in Capcom?
I would think it would be opposite around. Capcom can't invest in Chase Bank. No.
Okay.
Chase Bank is a big ass bank. What the hell? How are you going to invest?
Oh yeah. Chase Bank is actually investing in the Capcom in turn, but in that turn that Capcom is going to be tight-handed because they can't do much on their own because they have Chase Bank on their behind. So the only thing that Capcom can actually do on themselves is banking on the whole nostalgia card on games like Street Fighter V, Resident Evil. I think there was one more game.
Monster Hunter.
Capcom is a dying company, and their defibrillator is the Monster Hunter franchise.
So basically, this is like Ubisoft and Vivendi.
Well,
you know what?
It's not quite to that level. The thing about Capcom is that they just don't. Capcom has money, but because they don't want to take risks, so they have to be very conservative in how they spend their money. So once they find out something's a hit, they basically drive it into the ground, and then until they get diminishing returns, so there's nothing left.
Speaking of Vivendi and Ubisoft, did you hear my joke about the Ubisoft conference? How you could hear the silent evil laugh of Vivendi in the background.
Well, yeah, I know, right? And the thing to go with what you said too, with that red is the problem is though, yeah, the Vivendi is differently, but Chase Manhattan Bank, that again, these are some of the people who also caused the crash of the housing crash.
Yep.
So,
yes.
You don't want, like I said, these guys are cutthroats. So if Capcom want to get in bed with some cutthroat people, because you're not gonna, if they don't get returns, they will shut you the fuck down.
Yeah, and they're already kind of shady anyway. So
that's why I just said that. Yeah. So go ahead, Triple M.
Yeah. Here's the thing. As Sprite said, that he mentioned about Monster Hunter, I wanted to put that one in there as well, but I did say that Capcom is banking on nostalgia more, which is just Street Fighter and Resident Evil.
Well, Monster Hunter's been out since PS2 days, so kind
Not
of.
only that, in Monster Hunter they're releasing skins of Strider and other Capcom stuff. So yeah, they're banking on nostalgia.
Yeah, I can see.
But you would think that they would just want to do a new game for these characters.
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing them in as skins.
Well, the closest thing you'll get from Strider is that Double Helix game that came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you have to remember that Capcom
Strider
doesn't.
Yeah,
but you
Strider
have to
is the
remember-
most awesome ninja.
But you have to remember that Capcom doesn't want to. Nah, man, the most awesome ninja is Goemon.
Anyway,
Yeah,
go
check
ahead.
it
I was
Randy.
about to say Ryu Hayabusa, but continue.
Okay, go ahead, Randy.
Strider punishes Hayabusa, bro.
Yep.
I can put it that way. But
Are
yeah,
you talking about the new Strider or the old Strider? Because I haven't heard.
The old Strider is way more badass.
It's about Hiryu, which is the old Strider.
The new Strider.
no, we're not going to talk about that. No.
If we're talking about the character, then that's Hiryu, who is the current Strider, and was the old. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, you got anything else to add on to it, Triple M, sir?
So by that logic, Chase Bank is basically effing up Capcom. But
no, they ain't effing up.
Well,
you
not.
made a deal with the devil, and then they're making sure that you're gonna get their blood from your ass if you don't give them money.
Yeah, but I mean, Capcom's been like this for years, though.
But then here's the thing: he actually mentioned about Valve, Blizzard, EA, and actually I freaking leave those blanks of how their businesses would work. I think Valve and Blizzard was more about the service, and EA is just dropping in on that one too, which he also equates that banks are Valve, Blizzard, and EA are making deals with the devils, as in the banks. But yeah, the interesting thing that he mentioned is about there's a Chinese company that's called Tencent, and oh snap! I actually don't have that thing to show you guys, but it was basically a site that they were showing the top 10 companies that has the best revenues, and Tencent is the number one. It's the top dog.
Where? In where? In China.
Yeah, in China, but
No, it
basically
ain't. No, it ain't.
It's not based in China.
No, you said in China. Aldi is the what is it? Aldi or Aldi? That one that's like kind of like a Google in China. That's the biggest revenue right now. 'Cause when they came out, their shares was freaking incredible, and it went up when they went public to outside when China stopped the ban. I mean, it's like $700-800 per cut share, so it's freaking no way.
Okay, keep in mind this: the top 10 is about the revenues from the gaming industry alone.
Okay, we're explaining that part. Okay, I didn't hear that. That's what the way you said it, I thought it was companies. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was about to say it before you cut me off, but
Okay,
yeah, it's
sorry,
okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. But then when I saw the graph of that, I was like flabbergasted that Tencent actually has the highest stream revenue in that industry alone. He also brought up that a franchise, or should I say, a game called Warframe, was actually owned by a Canadian company, but I think was it 2-3 years ago, somewhere on the line, that they basically got bought by a company named Liu Yu Technologies, based in China, that was used to be a meat factory. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's a meat factory wanted to get in the gaming business and basically transform the factory into technologies? But it seems like it said that some of the Chinese companies are basically going in, or should I say co-op, but maybe that's a bad word. But
Hostile takeover?
Well, you pretty much are hostile.
I got a question. I'll make it shorter. Shorter than it needs to be. What does China got to do with gaming as the destruction of gaming? I don't know if I know the person you talk about has a series of videos. I know he ain't got that far, but that's not gonna destroy gaming.
Nope.
It's
okay.
The Westerners have already done a pretty good job at that already. So
Yeah, Western third parties have done more to hurt gaming, in my opinion, than China could ever possibly. Only thing China, okay, maybe the gray market, how they steal people's shit and do knockoffs, but
yeah, what you brought up in your podcast, I understand that.
But let's keep it real. A knockoff will never overtake the original. Okay, like the knockoff Splatoon is never going to be better than the original.
Has China destroyed the camera industry? Because there's a lot of knockoff, like Canon cameras out there that are made Chinese. And I actually heard they're actually pretty decent. They're about as good as the originals.
When I say a knockoff, I mean something that's so clearly a knockoff, like China's knockoff iPhones that are so bad, like they don't have nearly the features of an iPhone. They have shittier battery.
Or basically the Nighthawk, the system that looked like a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox controller.
But it's basically a
Android
slightly it's a Ouya. It's an Ouya. Yeah. But you look at it, you're thinking, man, this is a PS4, Xbox One. No, it's an Ouya.
Should I say the V?
Yeah,
when it was a knockoff of the Wii.
Yeah. That's the type of knockoffs that China is really kind of known for.
Yeah.
So have you seen China's knockoff consoles? They're knockoff Nintendo consoles. They're knockoff Super Nintendo consoles. Yep. It's like, yeah, this is a bad imitation, and it'll never come close to the original.
The only thing I can say about the Chinese is that look, they released the ban of video games and everything 2 years ago. They released the ban on hardware. They have not released the ban on software. That's why PlayStation.
But then here's the thing. Red started out well. The Western companies did so.
We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you. But hold on, Dr. Fielder. Excuse me?
I was just making sure my mom's been acting up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The Western companies has done so bad to actually basically cripple the gaming industry that it just made China, the Chinese companies have easier to grab on the whole gaming industry. But here's the two things that he actually brought up that got me quite interested. That at the time that Keiji Inafune was doing his whole Mighty Number 9, that he basically built, I quote, $3 million just from taking out loans from American banks, but actually invested more of that in China. Also with Yu Suzuki, when he wanted to bring out the whole thing about the Kickstarter for Shenmue 3. Before that, Suzuki actually invested in China heavily. But then I'm quite surprised that he did a Kickstarter afterwards, and then Sony dropped in, which, in a way, basically, Sony is also indirectly investing in China as well.
You realize Chinese money, in terms of the yuan is a weak currency, right?
Yes.
So even though someone says that's a lot of money in yuan, yeah, but you convert it to dollars or even yen, and it's not quite as much as you might think.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know the guy you're talking about, Triple M. I'm not gonna watch. Like I said, he's starting this whole series, so I'll go beyond that. But as Red said, and I said before, Chinese is not going to be the downfall of video gaming. Gaming right now is going to be it right now, the way things and third parties and gamers. Publishers and gamers are going to be bring down.
I need to amend that statement. Shitty third-party publishers and gamers will be the downfall of gaming before China. Because here's the thing you need to understand about China. The big form of gaming in China isn't even consoles; it's mobile and PC. So I don't like. Like consoles can't get a foothold in China, which is amazing.
But then here's the thing: if the gaming industry collapsed, who is going to step up and pick up the plates?
Same people do first time. It won't be.
The people who have the infrastructure to pick up the pieces are the same people who picked it up last time. A company that'll come out with a handheld and a console that has the infrastructure to support that handheld and console and the IPs to support that handheld and console.
Do you think third parties will go back to Nintendo if Sony and Microsoft falter?
Yeah, they would sooner cut off their genitals than go back to Nintendo.
No, they would.
New ones will rise up to replace them.
Not all of them. You're right. Not all of them.
Activision would do it.
Some people would go back to the PC marks. It was split. It was split. PC and Nintendo.
Ubisoft at this point, anything to keep Vivendi from getting in their behind, they'll do it. You know, please.
That's the interesting thought when he said that, when this person said that no one is talking about the bank strangleholding some of these third party publishers. Me and Red Fox were basically talking about Ubisoft being in that position, and I quote, awkward position.
Yeah, it is awkward. Very, very awkward.
And they but they put themselves in that position. Ain't like nobody forced them to do that. So hell.
Well, when Ubisoft was a mid-tier publisher, they were fine. It's when they started. It's when Yves Guillemot and his family.
He want to
be with the big boys. It's like, okay, all right, come on, play with the big boys. See what it's like in the big leagues. And they found out. Now Yves Guillemot and his brothers are like, I don't want to play with the big boys. I want to go back home. It's too late now because the
too late.
boys got the curb stomp his ass outside the club.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, like I said, not to trample on Triple M's thoughts, but again, you can check out more of the podcasts from Red's podcast last weekend and check it out. I'm gonna go through these questions as quick as I possibly can because I don't want to hold everybody up. So let me see. I have Foodie Puncher. And again, for the people who, like I said, Foodie Puncher, Anderson, all the other guys, like I said, thank you for your well wishes and stuff when I was outside of the country for what I was going through. Thank you. But it was saying, let's go down. I'll go to the first question that I had before and it got messed up was Salim. Salim asked a question about the video that I put up when I was Bayonetta in the Mile High Club, and she was fine. Oh, she was fine. She did me right. She did me right. I was like, oh, man. Close your eyes, children. Close your eyes. I can't stop it.
Mighty fine.
I know, right? But, yeah. He asked the question, how this happened. I said, I think he didn't understand where he's from. And I said,
what?
You know, Salim, I said maybe in the Middle East, unless you go United Emirates Airlines. That's the only way I can think of because of how certain things are. But most planes right now have been upgraded and you have plugs on the plane. Regular DC 110 plugs on there. For the Wii U, of course, all you need is a plug for the console, the console itself. That's it. My gamepad was already charged, so I just turned on the console with the gamepad, play the game. That's all it was. The main screen of the game, the main screen of the Wii U, it's always been the gamepad, then the TV, the second viewing screen, really, because of the way the signal works.
And if you're on a nice enough airplane, they'll also have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you'll have Wi-Fi. Also, you have an audio in out, so you can put it on their little mini screen if you want. Like the one I had the entertainment system in the middle of in every seat.
Yep. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's here. You can actually take your game console on the go. It's the only game console you can actually.
That's why I put the video for.
And that's what I call a next gen gaming experience. When you can play your AAA console game, you know, feel the urge, go to the bathroom, and still keep on playing your game. That's next gen.
Well, again, I mean,
but you know, it's a gimmick to the media, though. You know.
I specifically shows.
The Vita did that.
That's a yeah. So you go ahead with that. You know.
Yeah, you keep on. You got
one problem. I'll say this: American Airlines, to what I've known when I'm flying, is that they keep Wi-Fi way longer than like Delta or something else like that. But some airlines, once they pass over, when they leave their nationality or where their home base is, Wi-Fi is done. So your Vita will be absolute to connect back to the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
So then you get whatever. But like I said, I did that because that's why I specifically took the video, showed outside, see the island, see everything, and I'm 32,000 feet in the sky, and I turn on that sexy lady, and that's all it is. Play the game, had fun. So that's the question. Is Salim? I mean, like I said, I don't know. The only place airline I know is like United Emirates is a new airline that Dubai has, and they have all that amenities in it. So that's all I can think. I don't know what airlines you use to travel in that region of the world. So, okay, he said he never seen a plane with the plugs and stuff. So I just didn't know, but it is. But that's how I flown up that high and did that. Fruity Punch. Let me see. Liger. About a week ago, Ecosys mentioned about Star Fox making money returns and development, possibly to get the new entry. You mentioned that even though if Star Fox were to hit the mark of Nintendo would second guess new entry. Can you elaborate further? I think you could understand the question very easily. What I stated, Fruity Puncher. It's because of the gamers. If your little child bitched and moaned and asked for something, and then I want that, and Andre couldn't even go for this. Hey, Daddy, I want that Lucky Charms. I want a toy. I want a Lucky Charms to eat it. And they bitched that morning in the store, and you come home and you gave them that Lucky Charms, and they don't want to eat it. You're not gonna give them a Lucky Charms next time with a bitch about it. These games act like little kids.
Star Fox is dead. I hate to.
No, it's not dead. I don't think it's not dead. But it's just gonna take a while again. The way these guys been bitched about it.
I hate you guys. I hate you. No, not you guys. Just the people who hated.
No, I know you said because again, you really biased probably because you got the game for free.
That's not even part of it.
I'm messing with you. I'm joking. I'm messing with you though. I'm messing with you. But no. But check this out. It's not even that. Like I said, it's not that because remember, Miyamoto just came out this week and said give Star Fox a second chance because he has he said he protested he had an 8-year-old who played in elementary and they're sharing the game with their siblings and having fun. Well, I profess I didn't have a video of it because I never thought that would ever come up. But I have my cousin back home. Never touched a Wii U. Never played a Wii U. Never touched it, never played a Wii U. Knows about it, but never did it. Put in Star Fox. She played the game. The first 5 levels. She got about 3 medals because the first one she played it. And played the game without no problem. And she's 7 years old. So a 7-year-old is better than teenagers and grown-ass men and women bitching about this control thing?
Man, these gamers suck, man.
These gamers was just whining and being little, I guess, whiny little bitches about. I mean, let's keep it real. They had preconceived notions as to what this game would be like. Every single Star Fox game that has come out has utilized the hardware gimmick of the hardware it was on. Okay, the original Star Fox was the FX chip. Star Fox 2, which never came out, was heavily using the FX chip. Star Fox 64 was Rumble and the better graphics of the N64.
And
Star Fox.
Don't forget that too.
Yeah, and that awesome controller, the Z targeting, all that stuff.
Yep.
Star Fox Armada was the power of the GameCube. And that was.
I think what's going on here. Old man syndrome. It's these people who just refuse to change. They refuse. They cry about change, but they don't want to change. You know?
Well, yeah, you saw my post about that when people.
Oh my God!
Who wants to change? Everybody put their hands up.
And Lavo conquered them all.
Nope. That's how it is.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we want new IPs from Nintendo. Okay, they get Splatoon. This game's too colorful. Okay, all right.
No, not too colorful. Not too colorful. No voice.
Doesn't have voice chat. Too colorful. Doesn't have voice chat.
We want Star Fox. Okay, and we want you to use the gamepad. Well, we don't want to use the gamepad.
Let's not forget about another IP that came out about a year or so ago, and people shunned it. You both professional reviewers and gamers. Codename Steam.
Oh yeah, we want a new IP from Intelligent Systems. We want a new IP. These are the Intelligent Systems. They're also the ones who did Advance Wars. Then they get a game that's very unique. It's steampunk 1800s, steampunk Strategic action shooter.
Third person shooter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, strategic action shooter. No, I don't like this game. Man, gamers.
And then people who had gripes about it, Nintendo did a patch a month later so you could go the enemy movements be faster.
Yep.
Still big.
So people wonder why Nintendo doesn't listen to petitions and certain things that gamers say, because you people don't even know what the fuck you want. So why should they listen to you? I mean, why?
Yeah,
I mean, if you listen to someone, they were like, "Hey, man, you better do X, Y. We want pizza for dinner. We want pizza for dinner." Then you give the kid pizza like, "I wanted a hamburger."
Hey,
what the?
I got a more recent example. So there's been a very, very shallow pool of JRPGs, right, on all the consoles. Didn't one just come out recently that even got some great review scores and high praises, but people didn't buy it?
That's usually the case. Oh, we want JRPGs. Oh,
it's doing all right in America.
It's doing all right now. Yeah, I ain't seen the sale numbers either.
I mean, but you get my point. All the people up here screaming for, JRPGs, high quality JRPGs, and you got one. To me, Tokyo Mirage Session should already be at 1 million. It should already be there.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah. Speaking of JRPGs, is Digimon Cyber Sleuth only on PS4 and Vita?
It's only on PS4 and Vita. Would have sold better had it been on Game Boy, 3DS, but hey, it's Namco Bandai.
Yeah.
I'll sell. It's not just Nintendo thing. Like everywhere, it's like, oh man, I want new games. Well, first of all, y'all don't buy it. These same gamers don't buy them, and then second of all, they won't buy them unless it fits that mold of like having online that has a gun. And then second of all, you guys so quick to, oh my god, a remaster. Let's buy it day one, y'all.
And my favorite one is, we need more high quality first party titles. Okay, and then once they release more first party titles, it's not enough third party titles. Well, hold on. Which one's more important? A game you can get everywhere, or a game you're gonna get one place? I'll wait.
Well, apparently, it's, first party doesn't matter on Sony and Microsoft. That's what they say. So.
Yes, we can get everywhere. That's putting out this.
Yeah. Well, so right now, that is that question right there for free.
Brownie. Brownie, I know you're in the same time frame as me, so I mean I know Jeopardy's not on at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He had something playing in the background.
No, I heard it. Okay, so basically, he says he sorry, dude, that you hopped out and you're on the sideline now. He said he's like stop fucking yourself better. Yeah, it does, but again, you can't force people to buy certain things. So what it is, what it is.
Is someone in the exterior outside?
Taking fresh air.
Yeah, there you go, man. Rebound King was saying, what would you call the battle system of Sakura Warriors, Radical Chronicles, and Codename Steam? And I think Red just really did it right there. The battle system is basically a strategic third-party.
Tactical RPG.
Yeah, a strategic tactical third-person RPG. Because you get to do certain things different. Now, you are a third person in all these games, but the difference between Valkyrie Chronicles and Codename Steam is that you could aim. You could aim with precision on those games. Now with Sakura Warriors, you're aiming just basically to a certain section. So they're kind of like a pre-select that you gotta move there, shoot that, whatever. But those other games, you gotta like in Codename Steam or Valkyrie, you go for a headshot, or you get the weakness of the character and shoot him right there in the back or something, like some of the aliens.
You know what the battle system was kind of like? The Fire Emblem games that were on the GameCube and the
Radiant Dawn.
Yeah, it's kind of like it looks kind of like that combat system, but like more like closer in, like not as pulled out. And I'll tell you the truth, if they did like a Fire Emblem spinoff that used that battle system, I'd totally play that game.
Well, hell, we got Fire Emblem characters in Codename Steam that does kind of that with Ike, Lucina, and Robin.
Yep.
And Mark.
But that doesn't count because.
I got you. You got you. So Ecosis asks again, do you think this is true that Lego has supported Nintendo better than most third-party companies in history? Okay, let me like I said, they ain't stupid. They know that Nintendo is a family-centric company, but I don't understand why gamers with a thick-ass head. It's that simple. They've been doing it since the 1980s all till now. Why don't they get that?
More like the 80s.
Well, that's what I said, 1980s till now.
Oh.
No, I think you mean the 18. Oh, you
mean the 1800s? No, I'm talking about the gaming wise. I'm not talking about.
Oh, okay.
No, because we could use their entire company history because these same people that had Love Hotel. So we. I guess technically that has something to do with kids.
Making a family.
Actually, that is technically true because Nintendo, they want to do QOL, which is to keep people healthy when they're old, like from middle age all the way to old. They got you when you're kids. They get you when you're an adult. Shit, they want to get you from the womb to the tomb.
You're wrong, Red.
They want to have more influence over you than Disney.
Oh, hold on, Red. You got it right. I mean, we got Sprite right here. He's a perfect example.
Yes.
Look,
that sounds so weird.
Like I said, look, Warner Brothers is not stupid. God. They might be dumb in certain things, but they know that Nintendo is a family-centric company and people are gonna buy the Lego games.
Yep.
So they ain't stupid. Like I said, they ain't stupid in other things because I still don't believe them when they say about, oh, we're gonna 100% support the NX. Fuck, you ain't know what the hell the NX is 1 and 2. You didn't do a good job with the Wii U except for the Lego games and Batman Origin and Batman.
And they fucked that up. They fucked up the Lego games because. Like the little little DLC, the extra episodes, the extra little content that the other consoles got didn't come to the Wii U or the 3DS.
Well, they gave us Lego City. I can't argue to that.
Yeah, that's the best damn GTA I've played in a while. I'll tell you that much.
Yep. You know what? Speaking about that, I'm just gonna go with Ubisoft here, with the whole NX thing.
Oh God.
Okay, it bothered me at first that Ubisoft basically said that Just Dance, or the next iteration of Just Dance, is going to be on the NX. And I'm like, after putting much more thought into it, it's like Ubisoft is calling out on Nintendo's Nintendo's secrecy that now Nintendo's gotta show the NX much sooner than they wanted.
And so they won't care.
So basically, Ubisoft is poking the bear.
No, Ubisoft is basically saying, hey, this game is coming out on all systems because Let's Dance is cheap for them to make, and it makes a lot of money. It doesn't have high production costs, and yet it sells well. And they need it. Like, look, at the rate that they're, look, let me put it this way. Ubisoft at this point is more nervous than a dude who had some soap and it fell in the prison showers. And the dude in there with him is named Vivendi, and he's big and huge, and he killed like 10 people with his bare hands. And they're like an accountant who just embezzled like $30,000. So basically, Vivendi is they're hoping they're hoping that Nintendo's next console is big and they can get in on some of the glory. Because if not, Vivendi's already started.
They're already halfway there.
Daniel Cormier.
I'm sorry, who's Vivendi? Wait.
You seriously don't know who Vivendi is?
Wait.
You don't know.
Okay. Vivendi is the company that used to own. Vivendi is the company that used to own half of Activision with Blizzard. They used to own half of Universal too. So basically, Activision/Blizzard bought themselves from under Vivendi, and I think Universal bought themselves from out of Vivendi too. Vivendi basically is known in France, which is where they're situated. They buy big media, like mass media, multimedia conglomerates, like studios, like TV channels, stuff like that. Run them into the ground, take everything of value, and then sell them at bottom dollar prices after they extracted everything of value, and then go move on to the next thing. They're corporate raiders. And so Vivendi, like Yves Guillemot, is like, oh God, oh Jesus, please. And he brought it himself, because when Ubisoft was a mid-tier publisher, they were actually /developer, they were fine, but now he's playing with the big boys, and when you play with the big boys,
they wanted to be the next EA.
Yeah, I want to be the European EA. Okay. I mean, if I owned a publishing company, I would definitely not want to be like EA ever, but that's just me.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, good. So you got it. All right. Moving on, if you don't mind. We have, again, Rebound King once again asking, what are your thoughts of Tomoe Igaki versus Hideo Kojima? Two guys who have confidence in what they're doing, to put it nicely. Inagaki bought off a little bit more than he chewed. I mean, I think the game. Like I said, I played Devil Third. I haven't, even though the servers might be shut down and everything. I like Devil Third. It's not a college game, not a super game, but it's fun and I enjoy it. Now, I know Kojima. He's trying again to do his. Kojima is a film student.
He's trying to be eccentric.
And he's a film student, and he wanted to be a director and wanted to be a Hollywood director and all that stuff. So I don't know about his what is his game called again? Life is Strange.
It's Norman Reedus's ass and C-section scar. The game.
Damn. Come on, Red. Come on.
That's what it is.
Come on, Red.
It's Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead and his C-section scar.
It's Kojima's Breath of the Dome.
Sorry, it's his appendix scar, whatever.
Look, okay, Kojima. Like I say, if I had to choose anybody out of these two guys, because they're not with the same company that they're with no more. If I had to give you my answer, that I would still buy the game and feel for them.
Hey, what happened to Micah? I haven't heard anything from him for a while.
Fell asleep.
It's early. It's early. It's very early up in over his side.
So
I'm tired. At least we're not snoring.
Yeah, I don't think you want to drop out just in case he wakes back up and say something, because he knows how people jump out.
I was wondering if you were gonna kick him to save some.
I'm trying to get through these things quick as hell, so maybe, but like I said, if I had to choose between Igaki or Kojima game to buy, most people are like, oh man, I'll buy Kojima because of Metal Gear 5. Because of Metal Gear 5 and what it is and stuff like that. Like I said, I have not played Metal Gear 5. I'm not gonna say I'm a full Metal Gear fan myself, so I'm biased in that regard. I played the last game I played was Metal Gear Solid 4, and I would still go Igaki for me.
I would go for Itagaki as well, and I am green gills on both of these lads' games. So yeah, I'm going in with no. Oh crap. Yeah, I'm going in with fresh eyes, no experience. but I'll stick with Itagaki.
Hey, Ecosis, if you want to jump in, you jump in now. It's 8. You got one spot, so you said, let me in. Go ahead in.
I don't think he wants in.
Well, like I said, he gets the thing, so.
Hey guys, I think I'm gonna bounce. So
all right, bounce. I'm gonna bounce.
So all I just want to say is, if you want to suffer from chronic diarrhea, make sure to eat your stick of juicy fruit on a daily basis. Brought to you by that shitty gaming factory that pumps out undigestible articles. So, peace out.
I have a reminder. We're supposed to be discussing a beverage of.
We done did that. Your ass couldn't talk. That's what your problem. We did that a while ago. Your mic was maybe messing up because you did not say nothing.
No, but you said we were gonna save it to the end. Damn it!
Did you not hear what I said? I said I'm gonna talk about my stuff and I'll talk about this right here. We brought up juicy fruit and you just didn't.
No, we're gonna talk about Berserk at the end.
No, we ain't. No, the fruit.
Hey, bro. I warned you when you told me, like, I'm like, 4 or 5 episodes from the end. I said, dude, it's going to piss you off. You say, but the second season, I said, dude, it's going to piss you off. Trust me. And next, I see like 2 posts like, bruh, did they really end it like that? Did they really?
We try to warn you,
dude. But it was good overall, though.
Oh, it's a good series, but the ending is just
all of anime.
Last time my mind was blown was in the Cloud reveal in November.
Yeah. Really, dude.
Well, it was. I didn't expect it, so my mind blew up. And
man,
ending blew my mind. So.
You or go home.
I know, right?
Whatever.
I got you.
Dude, I fucking screamed when I saw that it was real. So.
I would bet, like a little girl.
Yeah, I was screaming when I saw Cloud. But
yeah, you were screaming, all right.
He was screaming the other way.
I was like mad. I was like, Cloud.
I know, right?
Like I could have punched through a wall. Like you could have put a brick. You could have put like a board. Because when I was taking Muay Thai seriously, like we would break boards with our elbows and forearms and shit. I could have done that shit and I haven't done that shit in over 10 years. I could have done it when I saw that. I was like, this person,
Tiger.
Oh goodness.
Tiger knee.
Anyway, so we got a Footy Puncher accent. I would love to go out and get Pokemon outside in my neighborhood, but my gosh, it's unbelievably hot. Yeah, a lot of people are going through that shit right now. It's like North Carolina is like freaking heat as hell outside. Holy.
You better cruise with some AC in the car doing about 20 miles an hour and find some.
Hey, get some sunscreen and go shirtless. There.
Hey man, most of we don't know. There's no such thing as that when you're black. It's just called getting darker.
People still get skin cancer, fool. So you go ahead and do that bull crap. I know that. And also, yes, hey Brownie, you on the island, all right? You don't got that humidity as up here. That's the difference. When you're when the degrees match the humidity, you're freaking frying out there.
Yeah, because it says it's 90, but with the humidity, you add another 10, 12 degrees to that. So really, it's like 100.
No, that's why I said put on some sunscreen and go shirtless.
You can't
you're insane.
You can't do them against the humidity.
You're insane.
Back home, like I said, when I'm back home, yeah, it's about 99, 90 whatever degrees there. But I'm on the north side of my island, and breeze, as you can see on the video how breezy got. I got breeze, and the humidity is 30%. It don't feel too hot.
Okay, guys, I'm obviously don't know what I'm talking about. So, yeah.
No, humidity. You don't know what humidity is? The water.
No, I
air?
Do know.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. When you feel that soupy feeling, you're hot. You feel.
I've heard that Las Vegas it gets really, really hot though.
Yeah, the only thing worse.
You could get hot. You would get your Fahrenheit degrees, like I said, on the islands where you're close to my island in a way. it could get to 100 degrees. It's hot, or like Triple M, it could get hot. But if you got constant breeze blowing and it's relative humidity,
it's not as bad. Yeah,
30%. It's not as bad. But in North Carolina right now, we got 97 degrees. We got 97 degrees heat and 95% humidity. You're boiling.
Exactly. And I mean, the only thing worse is when you're in the city and it's that hot and there's no breeze and
oh, you're going to cook.
That's called Texas.
It's like you're in a damn well, that's like any city. That's like any heavily built up city in America that's got that type of heat.
Yeah.
That San Antonio, that was no joke.
Because I work in like I said, my business is in DC, and literally I'm getting out of my car. It's air conditioned. I park my car. It's a 5-minute walk from my car to the barcade. And in those 5 minutes, I'm like, God damn it, he's not
even. Yeah, you're right. Because not even that. Like I went to the studio. It's AC, of course. I walked out of the studio. I was like, one of the girls coming out and said, I stepped out. I'm like, my glasses fogged up instantly. I'm like, God dang.
Exactly.
I just stepped outside the door and I can't see because it's so foggy.
No, it's so hot. It was so hot when it starts raining. Even the raindrops be hot. Like, damn.
Now see,
who asked the question?
When I lived in Florida, I loved that because I'd be playing basketball outside, and it's like this is just gonna cool me down a little bit while I'm playing. But now I can't do it. I can't do it.
Who asked the question?
What?
About the Pokemon Go thing. Oh, okay, Fruit Puncher.
Yeah.
Stay indoors and just replay Pokemon X and Y or something.
Man, go to 7-Eleven, get a Slurpee. You'll be fine.
Oh, then you got Ecotis asking a question here, which I don't know the answer to, but hey, it's cool. What do you guys think? Do you think that they will get double or triple C nails for the last Flatfest?
Maybe triple.
Okay.
I don't know.
What do you think, Doc? You're local.
You're the Splathead here.
Yeah, Splat.
Lord Dynamo!
Hey, Doc.
Dr. Feelgood. Where are you?
And then you missed out of talking.
What the hell y'all want?
We just asked you a question, you bastard.
Yeah, pay attention.
We asked you a specific question. It's who we asked.
Hey, Sprite, I think he's doing what you said before.
Anyway, you heard the question, Doc, or you want me to repeat it? No, Doc, they can't.
Oh, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Okay. The question asks, do you think we'll get double or triple Super C sales for the last Splatfest?
Not at all.
Let
me tell you, I'll tell you why. Of course I could be completely wrong. It's because Super C Snails is not the only way to, re-roll your gear. It takes $30,000, but it can be done. And at this point, if you still need to re-roll your gear that much, then you're just really late to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'll be late to the party.
But here's the cool thing with Splatoon. Once they take the servers down in 2-3 years, guess what? It has LAN play. So if you have a LAN adapter, you can hook up 2-3 Wii U's and play that shit locally.
Yep.
Or some people will just hack the darn thing and basically do the same thing that they did with Mario Kart Double Dash.
Well, I mean, they might do a thing where they can do private servers with it. Maybe.
Yeah, but the Wii U's proven very difficult to hack completely.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say that. Cause you got fools right now who's trying to get all these patches to get the Tokyo Mirage stuff. I'm like,
good luck with that.
I'm sorry. I want to say
I hope it breaks their Wii U with their patches.
If I could say something about that real quick, to me, this may be me. Now, I'm a guy, and you guys know I have more innuendo lines than most.
Yeah,
now, with that said, if I'm not obsessing over seeing a pair of digital panties, why should you? I'm enjoying the game for what it is. I have no problems with the outfits they have in the game now. So it's like, if you really want to see some digital panties and shit so bad, dude, go watch some anime porn.
Well, I mean, here's all I'm going to say about. Here's all I'm going to say about people talking about Persona Emblem. I know that's not what it's called, but that's what I call it because that's actually what it is. Persona Emblem, in some ways, the changes that were made to make this game T-rated instead of M-rated, in some ways make it better. And for those of you who say this game has been censored and butchered, Miss Maiko has something to say to you because she has the titty flops that you have to be worried about.
Oh God!
Oh God! Dang.
And I'm sorry, but what's the name? Kiria?
Yeah, the.
Oh, don't get me started with Kiria. Oh, Jesus, Kiria.
With the obvious thong that's shown.
Oh wait, no.
7.
Yep.
Like, people, honestly, if they did censor this game a lot as you claim, which I don't believe you, by the way, but they did, I see nothing wrong with this game. I already have 30 hours in it, and I think because I was grinding, of course, I'm doing all the side missions. I think I just completed
Yes, do those side missions.
I just completed the chapter where you have to beat the photographer guy.
Look,
you're in chapter 2.
You can't.
And I'm already pushing 30 hours on just that. That's still pretty much the very beginning of the game.
You're telling me you're in chapter 2 and you spent 30 hours in the game?
I told you I was grinding.
Yeah, I'm sure
it's worth it.
I'm sure you were.
Hey, I will tell you this.
Bad joke.
I always grind in RPGs, but this game, you will have a regular set of enemies kick your ass if you don't grind.
Oh yeah, I've been wiped out.
I'm talking about
save often.
When you come across that enemy in the field that is not stunned by your attack.
Oh yeah. They're called
the enemies are always 5 to 10 levels above you, and if it was just one enemy that you fight, it would be cool.
But it's a group of them.
But it's like always 4 or 5 of them. So it's like if you're level 25.
They'll be 30, 31.
You have level 33, 34 enemies, and you're like, oh, I can beat them. But then you realize it's 5 of them. You're fucked.
And some of them have special abilities. Like I'm level 54 for Itsuki, my main character, and literally I'll run to savage enemies, and they're these are basically in level. These are enemies you'll find in the last dungeon in the game. And they're just wiping. They're just I killed one of them. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I've done nothing to the other 2. Great. And it almost wiped out my party. I had to use all my session points. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, wouldn't you say that those filling up those session things is like a Paper Mario 1000-Year Door thing, like filling out the stars?
Yeah, it does. It is kind of this game kind of feels like the bastard child of Mario 1000-Year Door in a way. It does. It does kind of feel like that.
Well, damn, that's a good thing.
the weird bastard child. It's I don't know how. Your 2 parents are 2 completely different things. I don't know how you came here, but shit, I'll take it.
I will warn anybody.
Wait a minute. Didn't Intelligent Systems create Fire Emblem and Paper Mario?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did.
But I will warn anybody that hasn't picked this game up. The game is very fun. It really is a great JRPG. But let me warn you, it's difficult, and it's difficult because it's basically a dungeon crawler, more or less.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm telling you, you will run across. You can be progressing in the game. You can think you're ahead, and maybe in terms of level, you are ahead. You can go against the regular boss and be 2 or 3 levels ahead of him, maybe even 5. But I'm telling you, you can run into a regular set, and just along the game, just a regular story, you can run into a regular set of enemies that you've been demolishing things before, and there's nothing special about them. But they get that one session combo on you and take out 2 of your characters.
Oh yeah.
They would this game. All I can tell you is this: after every fight you have in this game, please save your game.
Yeah, I would say that too.
I would say that.
I had my fair share of hard JRPGs.
Hold on, every single boss fight, well, not boss fight, every single fight, if you can, save your game, because I'm telling you, I made this mistake once. Now, when I make it again, I had grinded for like maybe 3 hours, right, in this one area, and then out of nowhere, I run into the Savage enemy, which has higher level enemies available. They kicked my ass and basically raced that 3 hours of grinding I did. And I mean, trust me, I was pissed because you're thinking that you're grinding and you're ahead of where the game is story-wise.
Yep.
You never are. You, at this point, will never be ahead of the game because when you get that Savage enemy, they're always 5 to 10 levels above you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. So the next question will be, I'll leave that to Fruity Puncher. I'll leave that to Doc's podcast when the time comes up. He's talking about which team for Splatoon Splatfest. So I'll leave it for that. We asked it there for that.
Team Cali, bitch.
It's all about that.
Man, hell no.
Straight up.
Maria, go home.
He said Cali, so, and then of course right now Andre must be busy because he said love the entrance that Andre did. Let me see. Like Liger and anybody else who played Fire Emblem Fates Birthright Conquest, how much joy and fun did you guys get from the game? Also, please don't spoil the ending of Birthright Conquest. Well, that's not my style of doing things, spoiling things for people. Hell, like I said, I got the title for Zelda before a lot of people, but I'm not like these other YouTubers like, hey bitch, I got this, and no, that's not my shit. I don't care for popularity. You come to my channel and you like what I gotta do, thank you. If you don't, hey, the door's out. There's the door right there. Nobody's forcing you to come in my operation of business. You see your way in, see your way back out. Or you be like some people, I gotta fucking boot your ass out and block your fucking, because I won't play that bullshit. I won't block you. I gotta tell that crap. I only played Conquest, but Katie played Conquest and Birthright, and she liked it. Conquest is the tougher out of the two, or out of the original two. No doubt. You gotta be really on your game because I think I've lost once. No, I lost 3 times. Once was because of a mistake that I should have known I should have never did, and 2 is I got a DLC pack for that game, and this is a little spoiler, but not too much because it's not pointing to the game too much, but it's a connection between Awakening and Conquest, and the two maps you gotta play to fight to understand the connection. They give you just 3 characters versus about 20 damn people. And you are at a disadvantage. At a super disadvantage.
Interesting.
Yeah, you just can't. 3 people versus that. That's when your strategy comes in 100%. You ain't gonna go like some of the once you get a certain level, you'll go straight through there and just like, okay, I can match people up because I'm super level. Like kind of like how you talk about Tokyo Mirage away. But because it's not Tokyo Mirage, this game is not like Tokyo Mirage. It's more of a strategic thing. You gotta be like, okay, do I fight this guy with the bow and arrow or pull back and all that stuff? And yeah, and I've not beaten those. I know the story too good, but I have not beaten those 2 stages because again, 3 characters versus about 20 to 26 characters, and one of the characters has a person right beside it that could heal them all the time. Yes, it's a pain in the ass. So I'll say that right now, and of course it said Team Cali, just like he said. And also he said the worst thing is losing hours to grind. Losing your grinding hours is the worst thing always, and it's true. I've done that too with one game on the Wii. It pissed me off, and I wish I did like Doc said, save it. I didn't, and I lost a lot of stuff. And I lost a character, 1 that was hard to get, and 2, I lost a character that's hard to get. Trying to get that, and I tried to beat the end boss, and I was like, man, it was like no more than 2 turns, and I got killed. My whole crew got wiped out. Like, fuck it, yeah. And then because I gotta go grinding, and there's only one place to grind that high to get that level, it is really tedious. But I am gonna try to beat that game because again, I didn't save it, and that was my fault.
This generation has
accustomed us to the autosave thing, and
Well, not all the time because Xenoblade Chronicles don't have autosave.
no, but I mean a lot of games have autosave.
Oh, yeah,
People expect that an RPG should have one.
Yeah.
That's a drawback of autosave.
Autosave is nice, but the thing is like sometimes you don't want autosave because if a game is very choice driven and you make a choice, yeah, you can't go back and be like, look, man.
I wouldn't even say the choice. Is that if you're gonna fight for this has happened to me, and I bet you it happened to you, Red. When you're gonna fight, and you're like, oh man, I need weapons. Oh shit, I can't fight this last boss, and you get to that point where you get that option that you can't go backwards.
Yeah.
Autosave behind that, you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like multiple saves, because then you can be like, okay, I clearly before I go anywhere, I'm gonna go through this door just to see what's in here, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna be going into an ambush. Let me save. Then when I get wiped out, it's like, I didn't lose that much. Then I know I got to go back through the dungeon, go back to town, heal up, get some better equipment.
Yeah, but again, let's walk through it. You have multiple save. It has said that you had auto. You say that you have saved up to a certain degree, and you didn't have the multiple save. You have 2 saves, whatever, but it's an auto save. You're gonna go in the last boss and like, okay, I need to level up. But you know what? I think I'm strong enough to take the last boss. And they ask you that question. Once you pass this point, you cannot go backwards. They always ask you that question in some of those RPGs. And you get to that point, and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
I can't go backwards. And that's the part. That is the part of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Because once they ask you that point, and you couldn't say you say beyond that, you fucked. You can't get back outside the door. You inside that door all the time. That's it. And I don't have multiple saves. Once you get to the last stage of Xenoblade Chronicles X damn, I can't believe I'm forgetting character's name now. What's the girl with the gray hair again?
Elma?
Elma. Once Elma said, okay, you sure you got everything you want, and you go inside of that door, and you save on the opposite side of that door, you're screwed. You are screwed. You're going to have to battle through that last boss with everything you freaking need to do to get past it.
Makes it very personal.
Yep. So, the next one will be a question is input possibly being I've not seen the full transcript, and again talking about the new news that just came out today about about Pikmin 4 and NX and stuff like that. I said back then I think it would be better to put it on the NX. I don't know what it was for the Wii U if you said that, but again, I ain't see the main transcript, so I can't see that. I don't do stuff like that. If you've been following my channel, if I can't see the main transcript or believe a person that has a good transcript record, I'm not gonna put my words on it, because lately now a lot of mistranslations have been happening and people taking it for as a
well, at least they got the official transcript finally.
Yeah, officially, but I mean, it's a shame that people make videos like hyped up, like so and so said this. It's like, well, they didn't actually say that, and they have to. It's a shame that people have to do clarification videos and clarification translations because someone said something stupid, or someone thought someone said something stupid, and people make videos about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I also got one question. Like I said, like I said, he's an next person on my YouTube page. Like I said, I check questions all over the place. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, my channel, when I do the Endcast, it locks up a lot of people. I'm happy that y'all, as Ken would say, all your bastards are here. Don't get me wrong, but once I give out that first wave, jump in or jump out. That's basically what it is. On the 10 to 64 in this bitch. So the last question basically is Fully Punches accident, which Andre's muted his mic and he might not be close to the mic anyway. He asked about Project Cross Zone 2. I'm gonna leave that a little later on because I want to do a review of Project Cross Zone 2 by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So people who play the game, I would like them to join into that because I'm trying to break up the Endcast in a way that we talk about certain topics. Like one topic is we're gonna go straight just all about censorship. I'm going back to topic driven. This, like I said, this was a random podcast, but I want to go back to like topic specific ones. So I want to do one about censorship really because I didn't delve into it that much. I have a video on my channel about it, but again, Red, Andre, other people might have different opinions on it. Again, we could talk civilly. I mean, we're not gonna be all agreed, but we could talk civil about certain things. Same thing with I want, of course, I know Red gonna be jumping in, and Andre said you for sure. I want to do a beat 'em up podcast.
Yes.
So, oh, your ass is there.
Dude.
Where did he come from? Where did he come from?
That was his Phoenix Down beat 'em ups. Okay.
That's his call. That's his call phrase. Beat 'em ups. Da, 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 da. Yeah, but I want to do a podcast about beat 'em ups, and we're gonna talk about our favorite beat 'em ups from the past, and then ask about what's going on now in the future. Star Fox, me and Andre gonna talk about Star Fox because the game idea guy. We talk about what the future of Star Wars could be. So, of course, you asked a question about that. Maybe you could join in that podcast and about as well. And last but not least, I have one after the LBC that I do drop. I'm gonna get a lot of. I know I'm gonna get a lot of traffic to my channel for the wrong reasons. But like I said, I put my foot in the water. So if it gets bit by a shark, hey, it's my fault. Because I'm gonna be naming names, and I'm not even only naming names. I'm taking clips from people and let you hear them. So that's gonna be crazy in that regard. So. I mean, all the other, like I said, thank you guys for listening to our next podcast. You guys join in. I'd like to thank y'all for the questions. Again, no, for sure, of course, like I said, you can join in. Like I said, I'll set it up in a certain way, but thank y'all for joining. Red Fox has his podcast on Sunday, of course. I mean, Saturday.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Saturdays, of course. Then you have Dr. Feelgood. I mean, thank you for giving it a chance, because now he'll be his OGL cast, but I gave him a one in the hand. He's gonna go ahead and the OLG cast, but he didn't want to contradict between the two of us. So I said, "Hey, it's all right, it's cool. Thank you, Doc." It's just that this is I didn't have no time to do it Tuesday, and since this Thursday was the only time I know I could get more time to do it, I said I gotta do it Thursday. So.
Well, see, what I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'm gonna host the OGL cast in cast edition.
What?
In cast edition.
Yeah.
No, please don't do
Okay.
it. What are you
OGL LBC.
Oh God.
Anyway, but you have all these guys here with that stuff. Talk about all these people who have channels: Red Fox, Dr. Feelgood, Double M. Ronnie Takashi's been putting up videos lately now. His satire kind of like Double M. So he got his satire. Game idea guy, of course, have his have his why you don't game. And his gamer thoughts. He has some couple gamer thoughts that's pretty good lately, and I enjoy them. You should have had that song. Why can't we be friends in that video, man? That's what you forgot. That's what you forgot. Yeah, that's the only thing you needed in that one thoughts video. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
You get a retro version.
I know, right?
Gosh. You're trying to get me locked up for copyright infringement.
Whatever. But that is okay. You guys need the game idea, and of course the LG. I will be joining the GL cast Sunday if everything works out the way it's supposed to work out, and we'll talk about what's our favorite games for the first 6 months of 2016. So check that out. Other than that, the usual thing. Thank you guys for watching us, and like I said, we're back. And I said I'll have basic drive time videos because, like I said, my program does not. I can't edit certain things. And one person like, "Why don't you use your phone?" I said, "Don't you shut the hell up, because I ain't doing that." I just ain't got the time to go finicky on my. I mean, my phone is a big screen phone. I still don't got time to really care for that. I'd rather have a mouse and keyboard so I can move stuff the exact way I wanted to do it and whatever. So. That's just me. That's just the way I do things. So, other than that, again, check these guys' podcasts. Thank you guys again for the well wishes of it. I am gonna try to put up a video thanks to Dr. Feelgood, who it might be boring to certain people. It's up to y'all. You watch it, you want to watch it. But I want to catalog my trip back to my country. Like fly and everything and talked about it. It should be hopefully not be long. Really should because the clips are very short. But I want to catalog how it is to get to my country, how to get to there, how you see the island and stuff. And you follow me on Google Plus, and do on the Google Plus. I put up pictures of my island that I grew up on and whatever, and you can see it. And it's sad that I'm not down there enjoying that nice blue water again, and and all that stuff.
They trying to tell people how they can get to beautiful real world locations instead of how they can look at these beautiful graphics on these games that they don't really care about.
Well, hell, like I said, in the video about my live discussion video, I talk about. That's exactly what I said. I said, "Is no way you guys." I mean, really, I would like all the people I have in this podcast right now. I would want them to be on the island with me that morning when I was on the beach. Beautiful, clear, crystal seawater. You can see all the way down to the bottom.
Perfect for bliss ball.
You got fruit trees right there. You can eat fruits. You can bring drinks. You can party. You can do anything. I mean, that's what it is. It's beautiful, like I said. The island's nowhere perfect because we have our own problems down there. But
sounds like a real life Yoshi's Island to me.
Yeah, but my point is in the video was saying you gotta experience, get out of your city, get out of your hood, get out of your city, get out of your state, get out of your country, just experience things. You guys all talk about this video game stuff. Don't be like whatever. Go.
And get out of your playroom.
Basic.
You know, you still wrong.
I'm sorry. I had
playroom.
I know, right? Yeah, but
basically get out of your comfort zone so you can grow as a human being if you are one.
But yeah, you gotta.
I can say with confidence if you if you can at least get out of your house, greatness awaits.
Well, I know where y'all can. Everybody that's watching direct their hate mail to.
Well, yeah, he don't care. He don't care.
Well, Dr. Feelgood, if you put it that way, I'm just gonna work myself out.
What the hell?
Anyway, but other than that, like I said,
I can kind of hear the Death March toll playing there.
Yeah, but you gotta get outside of the
I was supposed to be the
stuff. Seriously, you gotta do it. I think you'll be a better person. I ain't gonna say human being, but I think it's good to experience stuff out of it because everybody here plays video games. It'd be cool to go to Japan and as one of the places and say, let me experience manga stores, a real manga store, or a real video arcade. Red is a barcade. Red, he runs a barcade, but there are many people out there who never played an actual arcade game, a cabinet game.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
It is. Yeah, and
can't talk shit now.
Yeah,
you can. You
can talk shit, but
back it up.
But how you back it up was
you can talk it, but if you can't back it up, people just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, but also back in the day, you remember you had to put your quarters down. Okay.
And like I got next. Put your little coin up on the screen.
Little coin, man. We need to be jumping down on some rolls. Let's go, man.
1 billion quarters.
No, you know what
Those
the
were
worst
awesome
thing was?
days.
The worst thing was when you'd be like Midland fair good, but better than everyone else around you at that point. Then you're kicking ass. And then some other dude comes in there and he starts kicking your ass. You're like, God damn.
Exactly.
There was always that one guy that could stay on there for ages with just 1 quarter.
Oh, he's away.
He's too good.
You know what pissed me off the most is that when you finally face that guy that knocks out the machine, you finally face him again, and you lose, and then you lose, and then you come so close to beating his ass, and you still lose. And you reach for your pocket, you got no more money.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
You know what I felt sorry for. You know when you have those guys that could stay on just 1 coin, I felt sorry for the people who ran those arcades because they're just looking at that guy thinking, "Fuck, I'm not making any money because of him."
No, you kind of do in a way because people want to challenge him and take
exactly.
They're trying to take that crowd. But you know what? Just because of that, Red, and you're basically more entrepreneur in that regard, that's the next podcast that would idea right there. Just thrown up. People, most of us here played real arcade games, so we're gonna talk about arcade experience.
And guess what? You can't talk shit in the arcade like you do online.
Yeah, because the person's actually there.
You can call his mama a bitch if you want to. He just may turn you into a bitch.
If I could find a video, that would be funny as hell. I remember in South Korea, this guy was talking shit, whatever, because their arcades over there is more like PC more than arcade cabinets. And this guy walked out and came directly in the arcade, started punching, found out who the dude was, and he knew he was punching the dude. Now, this is something that's wrong. When you start a fight with somebody and that person come back and whoop your ass. Cause he get back up and he beat the crap out of him. I was like, dude, you came and you blind cocked him and you still got your ass whooped.
And I'm sorry. At that moment, I would have been that guy standing in the crowd that said, "Finish him."
Nah, you gotta be smoky. You gotta be smoky.
Flawless victory. Finish him.
You gotta be smoky.
I would have been like, "Killer combo."
No, you gotta say like killer combo.
Trust me, if you see that video, you will laugh your ass off. Like, dude, you picked the fight. Like I said, the guy was sitting in a chair, and you just walked in the door, and you punched him from the side of the head. That's what it was. And you start punching him, and then he just got up, and he just started stomping the mud hole out of your ass. Like
he whooped his ass.
Like, when you see a dude get his ass whooped in an arcade, it's funny that when you see him really get his ass whooped, in your mind you see it in slow motion, just like Street Fighter.
Hey, ho! That's not arcade. That's like, if you see anyone get knocked out, like in my head, like. I'm like, I think Street Fighter 2 when someone gets knocked up. If they fall into something and break something, it's even better.
In real life, if I see anybody get messed up in any way, my mind automatically slows it down for 30 seconds.
Yep.
Oh hell, I still remember what was in Baltimore where this kid, this punk was like messed with a bus driver, and he sucker punched the bus driver he got about 5, 6, 7 punches in. Man, that bus driver got up 1, 2, does like 2 big punches, and like Dad's like, dude, I was like, oh shit, dude, you just got he just pulled his ass outside while he kicked him out and get 1 more punch with a row. I'm like, that's the problem. Young punk got his ass whooped.
You know, if you sucker punch someone, you can't even win the fights cheating. You know, you need to reevaluate how you fight.
No. Do y'all recall that girl? Do y'all recall that girl that got her ass uppercut on the bus?
Oh yeah, because she was being disrespectful to the bus driver and talking shit.
I'm sorry, but that bus driver pulled a damn. Get the paw from Axel and Streets of Rage on her ass.
Yep, grand upper.
Grand upper!
Or grand papa.
Yeah, because she really got it. She lifted off the ground when he hit her, man. Wow! I was like, holy.
No, but he
won though.
He bent down.
Young lady, you need to sit down.
But see, he casually bent his knees like he's going for a dragon punch.
Well, he had great posture. I mean, because anyone who's ever actually had any martial arts training, boxing, any of that, they'll tell you that the power of a punch doesn't really come from your upper body. It's your legs. Yeah, it's your legs. So
if he's squatting and he coming up with his legs and his fists.
Yeah. It was, but his thing, he was a sucker puncher. He was cool. He was like, you know what, young lady, you need to sit down. Now, I'm about to retire. You need to sit down and be quiet, because he pulled a Murtaugh on him. Look, I'm so many days away from retirement, and I'm too old for this shit. But
He literally Mortal Kombat uppercut her ass.
Yeah, he was one shot KO. I was like, God damn.
And he actually held the uppercut for like 2 seconds after.
Okay, listen. At that point, his bones a little stiff, so he had to give himself some time.
This was some kung fu. For a second I thought I was watching a wuxia movie from.
I'm sorry, if his bones are stiff, her jaw was completely dislocated.
She claimed she sued him for the cost of her weave because apparently her weave got knocked off. And, her weave, he hit her so hard her hair fell off.
Damn. She lost the suit though because again you aggravated him.
Yeah, she did. Now, I'll keep it real. Now I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, look, listen. Okay, I don't think a woman should ever get hit, but
I don't agree with you with that. Everybody's done above an ass whooping. I don't say hit women, but if you keep messing with that B-ness, you're gonna get sting.
Yeah, look, listen, I understand that, but here's the thing, okay? But I don't think women should get hit, but that woman, look, that man gave her plenty of chances to back away from that ass whooping.
That's what I'm saying.
He gave her more leeway and rope than I would ever give anybody in my life.
Like I said, I've told this story off air, and I'm not gonna tell the full story, but I still remember back in high school when my friend, when a girl was being disrespectful to one of my friends, and she punched him, slapped him, did all kind of stuff, and he let her get away with it, and he said, "Back off, leave me alone." And when she punched him the next time, he saw blood. He went WWE on the bitch. He took a chair and bam over the head. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "What?" And she put a mud hole in that bitch. Now again, I'm sorry, that's wrong, but he gave you.
I'll just drop that link in the chat for you guys to watch.
But you get what you asked for, basically.
Yeah, when you punch a guy 3 times, slapped him, and stuff like that, and he tell you leave him alone, and you whatever, and like I said, he saw that blood. When he dropped blood, and he saw that blood coming from his nose, oh man, he snapped, and he took that chair, and WWE that bitch.
Where's Jeff Jarrett when you need him?
So I'm saying, like Brent said, I am also too. You should not hit a woman. But again, ladies, keep your damn hands to yourself, and you won't get in no trouble. That's all we say.
The thing is this: hitting somebody is such a juvenile thing to do anyway. Man or woman, like that's some shit that kindergartners do. Someone says something like, "I'm gonna hit them."
The simple answer is keep your hands to yourself.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Because, I'm going to keep it real. For me personally, and this is just my own personal opinion, I don't really think you should put your hands on a woman unless you intend... Well, let me put it this way. It's not going to be anything violent.
Well, again, as Daniel Tosh said himself, if she, and this has happened, that's the sad part, this is a sad story because it just happened recently. If she's killing your kids, can you really knock her out then? And that was I think that was perfectly acceptable. But when I say someone hitting women, I mean because we've all heard the stories. A man comes home, he's maybe had a few drinks for lunch. You didn't have dinner ready. Yeah, like I said, we all disown that point. That's wrong. But again, the easiest answer always and will always be, men and women, keep your damn hands to yourself, and there won't be no shit. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. Done.
There's a line in respect.
Because if I would tell my sister, and I would tell, if I have daughters, keep your hand to yourself. Just don't. If something happens, and I've said on my radio show, get the frig out of there, go to the police, go everything else. But physically, you just don't want to take a chance, because I don't want you risking getting a death blow or something because of some shit. So keep your hands to yourself. Don't let the society thinking that, it's because I'm a female I can hit a guy. Yeah, and then you might find a wrong person and then you get knocked the hell out.
But don't let society make you that stupid.
LL Cool J. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Mama said knock you out. Okay.
I would have knocked you out.
But hell, I ain't gonna lie. My mama said, "Hey, if any girl did get crazy, because my whole family's females compared to me and my cousin, but my cousin, like I said, not alive. It's just me. Like she's like, hey, protect yourself, whatever it is." And we've seen videos where women just know where to hit you at. I'm like, sorry, you going for the crown jewels? You gonna get crowned.
Unless you're very good at avoiding the pain that way.
Okay, you got balls of steel. Go right ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now. I have friends who take martial arts where they're like, we're trained. I'm like, look, ain't no man on this planet is trained to just take a shot to the crotch. He's like, I'm fine.
Johnny Cage taught us that.
The thing is,
no dude is going to take an unexpected kick or punch to the nuts.
Not even unexpected. Just think of it this way: I can watch a dude get hit in the crotch, and I get sympathy pain.
Exactly. I've seen videos of Shaolin monks who train together, and one of the things they do is they kick each other continuously. Right.
Well, that's them. I'm not Shaolin.
I ain't a Shaolin monk.
You're missing. I have to finish here for you guys to understand this. When they kick, their leg is usually sticking out the other end, right?
Huh? Basically, you hitting not much of anything.
Oh. No, you're usually just hitting the underside of their body. Like if the tip if some woman with God help us, if some woman with steel-toed high heels decides to kick the tip of her toe up your ball sack,
we got steel.
Oh damn!
Well, that's a really oddly specific.
It was none.
Pass out, man.
That's like an oddly specific thing to say. Well, if this specific situation were to occur.
Look,
damn, what type of women you hang around with?
The thing is, I'm saying like a dope right now after hearing that shit. I'm like, no, I don't want to. No, I can't think about that.
Yeah, I can literally see a dude get hit, even if it's simulated. Like I saw all 3 Jackass movies, like all of them. Okay, because for some dumb reason, I like seeing people in pain. Oh. But some of the things they did in crotch hits, I'm like, no.
Oh my god, my computer just froze. Seriously?
We can still hear.
But other than that, even though like I said, this really don't turn into a random talk. That's all it was. Yeah.
This started as an arcade.
Get off the live air.
Huh?
Should we end this cast? We're still live. This is something you expect from the Apple.
I got you.
The last few minutes is going to be all about steel-toed high heels.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
You and that oddly specific statement.
I know, right?
Hello?
That's just
back.
Yeah.
I'm still here, but my computer's totally frozen. I can't even turn it off.
But other than that, okay. Like I just say, for real. Okay, all right. We really went to the deep end as usual. So
hello.
He always does that. So thank y'all for watching again. So, like I said, check these guys' podcasts out when it comes up. Enjoy your day. Tomorrow's Friday.
Now it's time for the Shadowcast.
Now it's time.
It's almost.
Hooray!
Almost.
Yeah. Anyway, you know my phrase. Basically, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply play your games, no matter what console it is. Peace out.
Eat them chocolates.
And to the big YouTubers, kiss my ass.